We are live at Hooters on Wolf Road. It's the pre-party as we get ready for UFC 268 right here at Hoots. Lovely Maddie is here with us. Maddie, any random people living in your house right now? No! Yay!
All right, we did it.
She had to think about it. She's like, I haven't looked in the basement in minutes. All right, so we're here. We're having a blast as always. Of course, always great specials on draft beers. Always Wings Day, which is Wednesdays. You get a chance for 10 boneless wings and French fries. And I just damn near took out Maddie. I went for one of those like creepy guy breast swipes. Like, oops, I fell. There's not really a transition out of creepy guy breast swipe, is there? You just got to live in that.
Like the old movie move, right? That's what you're doing.
But I'm saying the fact that I said that, it's not like I'm gonna be like, how about them Jets? It's like you just got to live in your own filth at that point when you say that out loud. I think, right?
We're gonna talk about sponsors off the top. The great people who partner with us. No, let's not even do it.
I don't know. I'm going to. I'm going to. But we're live at Hoots. Love hanging out here. Kind of an impromptu. We didn't know when we were going to do the show. We were doing Sundays up at Hideaway. We're doing Saturdays over at my house. Saturday, I'm at UAlbany. Sunday, I'm at Raiders Giants. For once, it's not your fault that we're not doing the shows like we normally do them. So we reached out to Boston Dan and the great people here at Hooters, and we said, hey, why don't we hang out Friday before? We had to tell Boston Dan we were here for the Virginia Tech Boston College game because that's all he understood. But we're here, and UFC 268 is here as well. Speaking of amazing sponsors, joining the team right now for us is my good friend. You remember Cindy Martin.
Yes, I do.
I love Cindy. She is great. She's part of the Jen Karam Howard Hanna team. She works with buyers. She works with sellers. She's amazing. The market has extremely low inventory right now. So you're buying, you're selling, whatever it is. Cindy's going to be there to help. She's got an amazing network, greatest mortgage professionals, inspectors, local attorneys. As a matter of fact, like we've known Cindy since we met her at the Sienna Pink game.
Yes, it was.
And she's been my friend. She's been your friend ever since. We were talking about the Albany Empires, diehard local sports fan. And I just kind of jokingly said, if you think you're that damn good at your job, Cindy, how about you sell my house? And she went offline for a couple minutes, came back. She goes, I could sell your house. I can sell it right now.
It was a dare.
Yeah. She's like, I sell right now. She looked it up. She had all the details I needed. I almost sold my house right then and there. But she's somebody we trust, somebody we really like, somebody you're going to trust, somebody you're really going to like, works locally and globally. So she's a member of the leading RE, which is the real estate companies, the biggest ones in the world. So people who are moving into the area, if you know somebody who's coming to the area, she'll work with that realtor. She'll help them find a realtor to get them here. People moving out of the area, she'll work with realtors out of the market. Basically, whatever you're looking for, Cindy Martin, that's who I trust. That's who I will sell my house with next time I do, and that's who I'll buy my next house with. And so even if you're just thinking about it, you're like, you know what? Maybe it is time to sell the house. Maybe it's time to do whatever there is to do right now. Maybe there's a really creepy dude named Tom Gurka in your neighborhood. You should move. Cynthia Martin at HowardHanna.com. Cynthia Martin at HowardHanna.com. Or you can call her. This is her actual cell phone, 518-932-5558. Cindy Martin, that's my friend. That's who I would sell my house with. That's who I would buy a house with. And that's who I fully anticipate doing that at some point. But as of right now, I told her I want to fix my bathroom first. I just know I can get more money if I fix my bathroom.
Yes,
that's right. It's a catch-22. I don't have, whatever. It is what it is.
We are thrilled to have her as a partner here at Levack and Goz. So happy to have her a part of the team.
I don't know if she was aware her first show was going to be first sponsor. I would be live at Hooters, and I would do the unintentional breast wipe on someone. we met her at the Pink game, boobies, and now we're at Hooters, boobies. It's the circle of life, my friends. And if you're looking to buy or sell your house and continue your circle of life, Cynthia Martin at HowardHanna.com. All right. I know this is not going to be a good show.
Oh, it's going to be the best.
It's not going to be a good show.
It's going to be the best.
If you're going to talk to us, you got to come over here and put a headset on, jackass. Did you bring product? Oh. No, I mean stuff that I want, not stuff that you want.
Dude, if you want me to go get a bottle of bourbon, I can bring it in here and you can sit here and fucking sip on it. If you want to do that, then yes.
You smell like cigarettes, weed, and failure. And I know you don't smoke cigarettes. Where'd the cigarettes come from?
Isn't that what somebody said about Artie Lang from the movie Elf?
you smell like meat and cheese.
Jeez. Tom Gurka, there he is.
Tom Gurka, Yankee Distillers, which isn't a sponsor of the show, but he freeloads like a champ.
Thank you for the beer, guys. By the way, thank you for the beer. You didn't even realize you bought it for me.
It's Godzilla Media. Talk to him.
It is on the Godzilla Media channel.
the money skimming off of me. He can buy you a beer with.
You through these or
no? You want to hear us too? You're so spoiled. You're such a spoiled person. All right, let's talk Thursday night football. The Jets, man. I know the narrative. The narrative is going to be the Jets suck, and that's not necessarily wrong. But they at least gave better some cramps in their stomach toward the end of the game. It was. Everybody thought Mike White was going to come out and run wild again, like a forearm injury. It's your second chance to play. You're already in Canton, and you can't play through a freaking forearm injury.
Wasn't it the saddest part of the game? Like, I was so into this game last night because I just want to see more Mike White. He became like a cult hero after one game. Jets fans, like
how many bar arguments started with, "Hey, I want to see more of that white guy."
He's basically the equivalent of the Zamboni driver.
Pretty much.
That's right.
Pretty much.
That's right. Jet fan, they get their hopes up so fast. Like our pal Nick in Syracuse, who used to have the show and still does. Someone checking our pal Jimmy and Kasaki. All these Jet fans, Rigney and more, talking about their Jets where they're like, is he the future? Is this the guy? Should he be starting over Zach Wilson? It took another game for people to realize, all right, it was one really good game. You can get excited about your quarterback. The Jets, talent-wise, are just nowhere close to the Colts, and the Colts are now in position that game last night, without Derrick Henry for the Titans, they looked like a playoff team last night. They look like a team that's going to at least get a chance in the postseason to compete. Jonathan Taylor, he might win the rushing title. Unfortunately, Jet fans, the talent just not there, and it doesn't matter if it's Darnold, White, Johnson, Flacco, Joe Namath. Didn't matter who's quarterback.
Well, I mean, all right, you can't pick on Jets fan for being like, oh, is this our guy? Is this the one? Did we finally find true love? Because they're like the kid who never got a date in high school, and some chick finally says hi, and he's like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" Oh, or hooks up in college, and he's like, he's planning a fall wedding. They just don't know any better. They haven't had Mr. Right since Namath.
If you know you're not going to win the Super Bowl, then you just have to take your small victories. I mean, and that's all they have right now. So basically, take your small victories, enjoy your random Sunday nights where you can give people shit and.
Small victories is also Gurkha's nickname for his penis, just so you guys know.
Wow.
Sorry.
I should have got the bigger beer.
You should have brought the bourbon.
Bourbon's in the car.
That's what it is about the Jets. You're both exactly spot on, I think, with that exact comparison. That Jets fans have been teased.
I'm going to get the bourbon.
All right, go get the bourbon. Go get the bourbon.
Tom Kirk. There he goes. The abuse is setting up. Poor guy. No, that's exactly right, Levack. Jet fan wants it to happen so badly. The hopes get up, maybe more than any other New York fan base. Jet fan. It's just not there. I'm sorry. You got your hopes up too quick. It's just not there. It's going to be a few more years till this team is going to be a real true contender. That's probably the rest of the season for the Jets. High hopes, and then it doesn't work out.
Pretty much seems like it. Just in case you guys heard us talking about Cindy Martin and you wanted one more way to get hold of her, she did just message in, "Realtor in the house." So she's here. Cindy is ready. You can actually link through there. You can, Facebook message her. I'm telling you right now, comes to buying or selling a house. It's the only person I'm talking to. That's it. That's all I'm doing. And I've got friends who are realtors who hate me right now. That's your problem. I trust Cindy. I don't care. I just don't care. I'm at that point. Jets, again, almost on bad beats, like, because I had the Colts. By the way, bet responsibly, 1-800-GAMBLER. I had the Colts first half. That hit. I felt good. That paid for all my other wagers. But then it was like I started getting greedy and trying to figure things out. I love you actually did go get a thing of
product
Yankees.
placement. Well done.
Yeah, Yankees. It's cold too. It was so close to bad beats. That was the only reason it was even interesting. It's just the amount of scoring the Jets started doing. Josh Johnson has been on 75 NFL teams. He actually has played in the CFL. True story, though. Josh Johnson has played on, I want to say, like 10 NFL teams. He was in the Alliance of American Football. He was in the XFL. I think he was actually in the CFL for like a year. The guy has played in more places on more teams than anyone ever should. Alana's here, just making sure everything's going right, checking out Goz's computer, make sure there's no porn on it. Yeah.
That's right. Do the Jets do it on purpose now? Like
it's
Josh
like a
McCown?
niche thing? Is that what we just? Is she just trying to sell a niche? Did that just happen? You're like, hey, if you want to come tip a pregnant woman and break your drinks, I got you. Is it really?
Is it? Wow.
Yeah, we're on the
hello.
Tech East Fire and Water Restoration Facebook page, Godzilla Media YouTube, and then we'll be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere. All right, she'll be back. I've never seen her speechless before. That was kind of cool. I'm going to keep this camera with me from now on, and that way, every time she tries to upsell me on like a calendar or something, I'm going to be like, "You're on right now."
Genius. Yes. I can't wait till the views go up and shoot through the roof. But Josh Johnson, right? Isn't he just like Josh McCown? Just get a random quarterback who's been on a bunch of teams and let him be the backup for the New York Jets. That's exactly what happened. It's probably going to be Johnson over Flacco or anybody else, and this is going to be Mike White. I don't know what his status is.
White's supposed to be. They think White's going to be healthy, but there's a chance Zach Wilson's back. So that's it. So Bobby Saleh, he is not. He's not picking his starter for next week, which I don't know if it makes a difference. Like the game plan against Cincinnati was perfect. Underneath stuff, let your guys, your running backs, do the work for you. What do you have? 62% of his yards, that 405 that he threw, were yards after completion. You had to know that Frank Reich and his staff were going to take a look at that and go, "Oh, hey, if we take away the underneath stuff, make him throw downfield, we're going to be all right. It's going to be okay." And that's precisely what happened.
And also, Gurka is a Philly fan. I have some news for you now. Carson Wentz no longer stinks. So there you go. Congratulations. Carson Wentz doesn't stink.
It was just a matter of us letting him go somewhere else. We decided as a whole, we had signed the deal with the devil. We had won our championship, and then we were going to live our purgatory after that. Let's throw out the largest quarterback contract ever, and before it ever hits, let's deal him to someone else so we can just,
Well, you think about it. He had Pennsylvania there, and he'd been abused since he got to Indy. Well, actually, he's been abused the last couple of years there, too. Thursday, 6th time this season, he's thrown for multiple passing touchdowns and no interceptions. That's the most he's ever done in a season in his career.
It's tears of joy I have for him.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I appreciate that. That's your Yankee Distilling bourbon. That's what that is. I can tell.
He's got some nice match. By the way, fantasy football players. If you want some nice matchups, Carson.
Oh, we're
Wentz.
Shooting? I thought we were sipping.
He gets the Jags coming up. He gets Buffalo, who if they're getting crushed, he's going to throw the ball in the second half. He gets the Buccaneers, who their secondary is depleted. He gets the Texans, who stink. So there's 4 really good matchups in a row for the Colts coming up for the passing game in Carson Wentz.
And actually, from the Eagles side of it, basically, he needs to play, 85%.
Oh, yeah.
For the Eagles to get a first
70
round.
some odd percent without the playoffs. 70, I think it's like 75% without with the playoffs. 79 without.
Yeah,
he's at like 99% of their snaps right now.
I'm just a happy Eagles fan. Just loving life that Dallas is basically doing well now. I'm just happy for all the Dallas fans out there, and I love seeing them do well. And there's nothing that could possibly go wrong. It's a easy walk to the Super Bowl, and congratulations to everyone.
Girk's so upset right now. The only thing that would cheer him up is tripping Santa. That's the only thing. Him and Eagles fans. Nice ration of horse dookie and a Santa beatdown.
Tough existence. Let's talk about Ben Simmons. Awesome. Let's do it.
Dude, somewhere Bryce Zasnutsky, what's his name?
Bryce Zielinski
from Zielinski Auto Parts
podcast on Godzilla Media.
Somewhere
Philly podcast.
Somewhere he's very pissed off that we're talking Philly without him.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't worry, he's only like 3 feet tall. He can't do nothing about it.
Doesn't he realize we're at Hooters today?
He usually does come. I don't know if he's tall enough to get in.
Oh my God!
They do have the high chairs. Right? No, Dan's not coming. No Boston Dan. No Boston Dan.
He must be watching right now from home, then, right?
I think maybe. No, he's not. He would never let. He's with his child. He would never let his child watch this crap. Only Goz would. That's why Goz's kid is so angry. He watches this crap.
I have actually a fatherhood question for both of you before we get to the next topic. I was driving around Baby Rex today. And it was that first moment I realized that maybe this is bad parenting because I had Kendrick Lamar, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe on. And I was just in the car driving with Rex. I'm like, bitch, don't kill my vibe, bitch. I'm like, ooh, there's a child in the car now. Like, maybe it's time to turn off the rap music and put something else on.
I think that you got like a good another year before anything starts to get repeated. So basically, you still got some time in there.
Good.
I don't know.
Definitely have to change up your game.
Hold on. How old is Rex?
About 18 months, 17 months.
Any words? I've heard him say duck.
Yeah, he can talk.
Right. If he's already saying
mispronouncing.
Right.
Okay,
I'm saying if he's already saying duck,
trying to drop F-bombs.
he's a consonant away from dropping. Like Bells was 2, and I was making her lunch because I was working nights on the Edge, the rock station. So I was making her lunch, and the water in the apartment's going. I put my hand in the water, burn the living shit out of my hand, burn it. I scream, fuck! All of a sudden, from the high chair across the apartment, I hear, fuck.
That's all it took.
So I'm like, I call my ex-wife. I'm like, listen, see what had happened.
Yep.
It is not. And she's like, oh, she's been saying that for the week. Somebody cut me off, and I yelled it in the car. I'm like, but you didn't call me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. It's any word that he could produce at the worst possible time is gonna happen. So like if you're like at a preschool thing and like he's gonna be like bitch kill vibe or something, like it's gonna come out. So just be ready for it. Just live with it.
And honestly,
it's
an all or nothing thing. You either basically don't curse around your kid and you roll with that and you settle into that, or you go the other route. I've had friends that are just like, fuck it. There's no reason. I'm not even going to try. And it's funny because then they come over to my house and they drop F-bombs and my daughter's looking at me doing the eyebrows like, do you hear what he's saying? I'm like, I do, honey. I fucking hear it. I do. But at the same time, I try my best and I'm pretty good. My wife's phenomenal at it, but I every now and then slip up and my daughter will just look at me with these eyes. I'm like, you got me. But
well, guys, we have similar friends. Girk, we have similar friends. My daughter is smart enough not to swear. My friends aren't. So I just have to trust her to be the adult in the room as per usual.
F-bombs are like Salt Bay. It's just a little bit of, when you want to really fucking get that point across, it's a little bit of
Girk said F more on this podcast than I have. And it's only the first time he's ever been on.
No, it's fine.
I'm sorry.
No, it's a podcast. You can do what you want. Why do you want to swear?
Well, I always swear.
You swore when you were on last time.
But I don't swear in front of like certain people. Like
Who
my
are certain
parents
people?
Or my grandparents.
Okay,
Sure.
it's good.
So you have levels of respect.
No, she doesn't.
Like, a very
No.
small amount.
So if you can't hear her, she said she doesn't swear around her parents or her grandparents. What nobody knows is none of them talk to her anyway, so she doesn't have the chance.
No,
It's a
my
moot point.
grandparents do.
Oh, her grandparents! I was only kidding. Oh crap! I'm sorry.
My grandparents do. They like raise me. I
Uh,
do swear in front of my kids though. So I don't know, like, if that helps.
Oh,
It's
crap.
nice that you're always good cop because he just continues
She
to fall
started
in that
it.
role.
So if you were watching when she was on the Joey Haas, everyone,
Hey,
Joey Haas.
what's up, man?
If you were watching when we were here last time, she jumps on the mic. See, she's just like picks me apart. Like why are you judging me based on my physical appearance?
You judge me all the time.
I don't know. I judge you on your on.
I just saw you look at my tits as we speak.
Listen,
Can we go back to the sponsor thing?
when you got those, I forgot you had a head. So
That's okay.
do they still have the price tag on them?
You don't ever have to see my head.
No, I love you. You stop it. You're being angry.
Yeah.
The first thing she does is make fun of the fact I'm missing a tooth.
Oh my god, I'm actually concerned for you. When are you getting a
Now she's like, do you have a hickey? No, I have stressed skin. Okay,
No.
don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Don't forget,
You had your chance.
if you want this interaction, UFC 268 Hooters
Right.
this Saturday. Come by, say hello, enjoy the fights, all of those things.
Oh, thank God they sell
UFC
alcohol here.
268.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt right now. I came here because I thought it was the kind of place you could sit back and people didn't care about appearances.
No.
At least mine.
No, not at all.
I'm not a piece of meat. I'm a very large piece of meat.
Show
Levack
can go
and
from
Goz.
the worst to the best so quickly.
That's
Razor
right.
thin edge.
That's right.
Razor thin edge.
No, I'm hurt. Now I'm just down. I'm melancholy.
Well, Levack,
And
you
the
were
infinite
hurt,
sadness.
you were sad, you were melancholy, all of those things. How about I put you in a good mood? We have a Capital
You got
Region
under the
guy.
table?
No. Cost extra. Capital Region guy, Ian Anderson, is now World Series champion. Ian Anderson, you told me about a month ago you thought baseball had ended once the Yankees were out, but I'm here to inform you that the Capital Region's own Ian Anderson is now a World Series champion. What do you make of the news now? And one of our own gets to say he's a champion for the rest of his life.
I couldn't be happier. I mean, love the guy. Love what the family's done. He's very happy for him. Great pitcher. Also means that neither the Red Sox nor the Astros got another World Series, so that's awesome. No, just good for him. And it's fun. My favorite debate right now is which Shen kid's having a better fall. Is it Ian Anderson who just won a World Series? Is it Kevin Herter who just signed a 4-year, $65 million extension? It's a good time to be a Shen kid. It's a good time.
Comes back to Ben Simmons. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
How does Ben Simmons get involved in this?
He disappeared in that series.
Oh, that's
I'm
true. That's
sorry.
the Hawk series.
I'm
That's
sorry.
right. That's right.
I can't feel good for the local kid just because all I can get in my head is basically Ben Simmons at the line.
And if you hate your life and are miserable, you should try Yankee Distillers.
Thank you.
Really, Anderson-
5-year-old product, 92 proof. Right off exit 10.
As good as Anderson was, like in that game, and you and I talked about some of the more recent episodes where they yanked it when he had the no-hitter. This was the episode of the Deuce and go back and
At
listen
least
to that
somebody's
one.
getting yanked.
I wanted Anderson to get out there again. I wanted Anderson to get back out there and have another performance where we could have talked. Solar was amazing. He's the first Cuban MVP in the World Series. It's Livan Hernandez. He wins that award. I wanted Anderson out there again. Look, great for him and his family. Like you mentioned, Shen, it's amazing. This is wild to think about. He's a World Series champion. He is technically still a rookie. I don't know how baseball decided he's still going to be a rookie, but he's technically still a rookie. If this is how it's starting, we're truly pacing right now for within what, the next 5 years? If we want to be bold enough, maybe within the next 3 years, to talk about Ian Anderson as one of the best flat-out pitchers in the National League.
You can sit with us.
That's insane. One of the best pitchers in the National League.
You're saying that he's just going to continue at this same, just like white hot, and you can't put that pressure on the kid. Like, he's already done something pretty amazing. I think you almost have to sit back and watch his body of work, knowing that he's going to be good. But I think it almost hurts the kid to basically have that. Like,
no, I think that's what you want, though, right? Like, what's the pressure is a privilege? I think if you told him when he took, because remember, I love the way he's done things, right? It's similar to Herter, because everybody told Herter he could have held to get more money. Yeah. I was like, no, I'm good. 65 will work. I'll make it. I'll find a way to skimp and get by.
like, dude, this guy already is being talked about amongst the greats that's ever played the game, and he's really fizzled out since then. He's still a good goaltender, but when that's what we
lost sound for a second, by the way, guys, so we got sound back.
Okay, good, excellent.
I just feel like
that's
that's
what Kirk said. Hockey,
right? But that's such a tough thing to put on the kid, and I feel like he's for sure going to have a great career. But I mean, if that's what your goal is at 10, there's nothing below that. It's like everything's a letdown then. So
that's a terrible way to think about life.
No, it's actually a much better way to think about life.
It's a terrible way. Like your version. So Kirk, if Yankee just still here, listen, Kirk. Basically, let me get with you. So our friend Cindy just said she lives right down the road from Yankee Distillers. Amazing Bloody Marys.
Yeah.
So your theory is I don't show you that compliment about the amazing product that you're part of because, well, hell, you may not get another one. Like what you should be now. It's like now you should be like, yeah, Cindy loves them, and then everybody else is going to start talking how much they love it, and this like. Hey,
you're right. I completely go 180, and I think you're right, Levack.
Yeah. Who else wants to be? Who wants to be successful early?
It's great that he had that. I'm just saying that it almost sets him up for a pitfall. Good for him if he keeps going at that rate. I hope he does.
Yeah, but you realize he's even let's say he pitches pedestrian the rest of his career, right?
Yeah. Still got that.
He's a 5-inning guy. He's a just under 4 ERA. He's still going to make like $20 million a year, and he's going to be.
And when you look back, that'll be his highlight, and that's awesome, and he'll have a great career. But you're talking about putting him with the elites, and that's where longevity is really the question. That's what makes it elite.
Young Capital Region sports fan. I think it'd be really cool here in the next 5 to 10 years if you see a kid who's like, I don't know, the 3rd or 4th grade, and they went to Halloween in an Ian Anderson uniform, and all of a sudden you've got a fan base now of Brave fan and Hawk fan, where if you go to like a local event, something coming up, you're going to see kids here in Albany decked out in Hawks in Braves gear, which is like the most bizarre thing to think about here in the Capital Region. So used to New York teams.
Do we know if Chris Honorado actually went as Kevin Herter for Halloween? Do we know? I know he's a Braves fan and not really a Hawks fan as much, but obviously, you know, he has some similar features. You're not even convinced they're two different people.
No,
have you seen him in the same place?
No, I haven't.
Right?
Actually, I have. I've seen him interview him. So
if Chris Honorado went out trick-or-treating, though, what time would he start knocking on the doors and bringing the 5 o'clock before? Because what time does the man get up now? 2:30 in the morning?
I'm sorry. He doesn't sleep. Chris Honorado, the news happens when other people sleep. That's why Chris Honorado, News Channel 13 is always awake. He's always on the move.
What I tell you about Halloween, I said, if any kid showed up to my house before 5 o'clock, before it's dark, handful of leaves right in the basket. Get out of here, nerd. You show up when it gets dark out. 5:04, a kid showed up. Good move by that kid.
By the way, we will be having a new sponsor on the show. Somebody will pressure wash his houses because old man Gozlowski over here got egged like a son of a bitch. I'm saying he should have been. If he's out there, if he's literally setting a time when people are allowed to come have fun on Halloween, you're home all day anyway.
Get out of there,
Your
nerds.
mom.
Get out of there, nerds.
Like you should just like get a life and not be home on Halloween.
No, 6:30. I ran out of candy.
If you didn't hear, get a life, don't be home on Halloween. Greg, she might have to take those headsets for a little while because she's way meaner than you are. She's fired up. She's fired up. She's fired up today though. She's
I'll step it up.
she's hurt my feelings at least 3 times.
Hey, where's your cup? Oh, this is yours.
That is mine.
All right.
How about Levack while he's filling up for each? I'm going to tell us about our friends over at Mohawk Honda. You like
I
those
was
people?
thinking about them.
Here's the problem with Mohawk Honda. It's really not a problem. I have to share a story
They're
about
too
Mohawk
good
Honda.
too early, and now they have to live up to that forever.
Yes, and there's a certain person in particular.
They go out of their way to please you on day one, and now everyone expects it all the time.
When it comes to your God's like, I can't get through this. This is ridiculous. We're never having Girk on again. And his $7 talent fee is out the window.
You got 7. I only got like 2.
And I spent it on a beer.
Kelly Blue Book offer available right now at Mohawk Honda. No matter where you're listening across upstate New York, your next ride could be at Mohawk Honda. Say hello to our friend Greg Johnson, Cam McKenna, Lindsey Harridan, the entire crew there. Mohawk Honda, where they always go out of their way to please you. I'm cutting that a little short because I have to tell a story that
Milk
involves
Duds?
one of my favorite people at Mohawk Honda.
What is his nickname?
Who? Cam McKenna's?
No, John Higgins. I decided Cam McKenna's. I don't care what it was. It's Cam McKendu. I decided that's what it is.
I don't know if those guys have nicknames in the back. I think it's
Right.
just guys,
I think that's
right.
wrong. Because dude, like John the Saving Grace Higgins. He's John the Saint who puts up with Gozlowski Higgins.
Yeah, for those who don't know what John looks like, he kind of looks like an old school 1970s football player. Right.
He looks exactly what he is. He's an ex-Marine who never got a new haircut, but is the nicest guy on the planet.
6'4", 6'5". He'd probably say
Rocket arm.
Good looking man.
I played with Sweeney back in the 1970s for the Jets. I played with Walt Patulski in the 60s. Like, that's John Higgins. So here's what happens. I'm at Panera the other day, okay? I'm Panera. I'm waiting by myself to get some food. And I'm sitting there like Steven Glansberg. I got like all these cookies because they screwed up my order. I got 3 free cookies.
Yeah, they screwed up your order. That's why you ordered so many cookies.
That's right. So I'm sitting by myself. I go to get a drink. And there's John. There he is. John Higgins. All 6'5" of him. I said, John, what's up, man? Just a blank stare back at me. I'm like, all right, he didn't hear me. So here I go, arms extended for the hug. Gonna give this guy a big old bear hug. Guy goes to me, he goes, do I know you?
Wow.
I go,
Wow.
yeah, it's that. Hey, John, what's up? He's like, were you just about to hug me? It's not him. So there I am by myself in Panera, just a stack of cookies. Nobody's there. Literally no tables filled. Just me.
Cookies and shame.
Arms wide open, hugging strangers at Panera. I just sat right
Old
back
habits die
down.
hard.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Well, at least it was out. At least it was out in the dining room this time. Wasn't back in stall
Come
4.
with me.
Please, if you're at the Clifton Park Panera, stay away from the odd man shaped like SpongeBob trying to hug strangers. That is me.
See, but here's the problem with this, and I don't mean to throw you under the bus. It just happens naturally. John Higgins was great to me when I drove a Mohawk Honda. Like he was, and he is to everybody. Everybody who's got a Mohawk Honda or buys a vehicle from there, he's great. But he is better to him. Like when Goz hits a shopping cart, drives into his own garage door, breaks his mirror.
Snowplow attacked me.
Snowplow attacked him. There's a couple. Doesn't change his oil for way too long. All these things, right? John's like, I got you. He doesn't laugh at him like I would. None of those things.
Maybe that's why he takes care of you the way he does, and the reason why he takes care of him the way he does.
I'm saying, but
you
he
laugh at him and make fun of him.
No, I don't make
God's
fun
a
of
good
John.
man.
I love John Higgins.
Back to you're good
No,
people.
no, you want to know? But you want to know the worst thing? First, so I've already got a friendship with John over at Mohawk Honda. This one buys his Mohawk Honda, his pilot. He's coming in for his first service. I'm like, talk to John. John will take care of everything. Mind you, everybody over there is great, but John's my dude. John had just had knee replacement. His first day back from knee replacement surgery. This one parks in the farthest part of the parking lot possible. Goes, yeah, I'm way over there. John goes, okay, I'll go get it. I go, Goz, he just had knee replacement. Go get your truck for him.
I like this. Goz is making him work for it. I like it.
And Goz goes,
Good move,
Goz
Goz.
still hands him the keys. He goes, yeah.
Guy offered.
He's
What do you want me to do?
Like,
I didn't know, John.
How bad do you want the sale? Right, guys? How bad do you want it?
I just imagine John
just
Higgins
step
at
it up a
home
little
with his family, like Bob Cratchit and Scrooge. It's a tough day today, kids. Tony Tim, I only got to put one knee now because Kozlowski made me walk across the parking lot.
Isn't it always not the case, though, that he's a dick to him, but he loves him more? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Becca Reefu was hugging people in Panera, man.
I've got a Mohawk Chevy now, so it's like it's still. I still love the
Within the
Mohawk family. Yeah, but I am actually considering getting a little fun car, like something like you have, but some little manual,
a little toy.
Yeah, a little toy to play around, which would probably come from the Honda store.
All right.
So that way I can take care of both my friends, all the framers together. Yeah, you and John Higgins. Oh my God. We're live at Hooters. Don't forget UFC 268, probably the biggest card maybe ever. I mean, Colby Covington. I mean, come on, that kid. Everybody hates or loves that guy. Kamaru Usman. You guys share a hat.
Oh, let's sit on that, sir. For those who don't know, you and I had the opportunity to talk to Kamaru Usman, and
I thought he was going to punch you.
I'm trying to remember back now. I know I was not a fan of Usman. I don't like his style. I think it's a little boring.
Yeah.
But that day in Miami, he changed how I thought of him because he had a great personality. He was funny. He almost let me wear his hat. He didn't punch me for asking me could I wear his hat. He had this unbelievably stylish hat. It was kind of like a fedora meets a top hat. It was cool.
Yeah, it was like a zoot suit hat. It was different. It was cool. It's the kind of hat that he been talking about trying to wear forever. Yeah. So here he goes.
And then he was good to us. He was entertaining. He was fun. His style is okay. Let's ask this question. Madison Square Garden, right? This is one of the fights that have been there. Little humble brag here. I got to cover 2 of those fights. I got to do the McGregor fight, was unbelievable. The return of George St. Pierre, incredible atmosphere at Madison Square Garden for fights. This is going to be like that on Saturday night. It's going to be like it here at Hooters. Come to watch the fights. Yep. Is Usman now, with all the changes across the UFC, the best pound-for-pound fighter in MMA, UFC? He might be in the conversation if he beats Covington. Is the flat-out best. Not counting Amanda Nunes. Not counting Amanda Nunes.
Wait,
right now in 2021.
Covington isn't the end-all, be-all, though. He's a lot.
He almost beat him last time.
He did, and I'm not saying that Covington's not something, but what I'm saying is that a lot of people want to see Covington get his ass kicked.
True.
Just like a lot of people want to see Covington go in and do something because they like what he spouts and what he does and everything like that. I believe that Usman is a very, very talented fighter, but he doesn't always sometimes he goes in and just fucks around because he's that talented. But basically, I want to see a straight up go in there like Patty, fucking go in there and just make it a show every time. Even if you get tagged, even if you might lose, Usman is very careful about the fact he doesn't put himself in bad positions to possibly get beat. Covington's going to go in, he's going to do his whole thing, and he's a hell of a fighter. But the main reason he's gotten to where he is because a lot of it is basically his show. You know what I mean? So you're either one way or the other with him. And a lot of people want to see him get beat up. So it's all right. And I think Usman has understood the game enough that he knows people want to see him get beat. So I don't think Usman comes in and in MSG lays let me lay back, let me try and get him in a knee lock fucking type of shit. I think he understands that people want to see this guy get knocked out. I am. I apologize. My kid's not here. So basically I'm
your kid could be here. We're live on the Tech East Fire and Water Restoration Facebook page.
No, I lock it out.
That's your best way back to normal Facebook page. We're on Godzilla YouTube. And then because Goz has a horrible ego, we're also on Goz's Twitter, at Tom Goz, TOMGOZZ. Not at the Jeff Levack, not on my Twitter. No.
You sound hurt.
I don't really care. I hate social media with a passion. It's just a place for trolls to go and fart in your life.
I gotta say, Gurkha was pretty good with his analysis.
It wasn't bad.
The same way. Yeah.
I my whole thing about it is after me and Usman, and remember we met Masvidal, then Usman, in successive days. Both great guys.
I love Masvidal. I've never met him, but he seems cool.
Usman is a guy that I would love to have dinner with, talk to, be a part of that, and I like watching him win. Covington's a guy I would never want to be in the room with ever. But I love watching him fight.
Polarizing.
I'd rather watch him fight. So it's very and by the way, Covington wins. Let's go, Brandon's the champ, right? They're obviously
yeah.
All right, speaking of mixed martial arts, our man Ricky.
I would say
you're going down to UFC 268. You are? Are you fighting?
Are you getting in the octagon?
Undercard?
Take out Usman.
Undercard? You get in? he's gonna have a mouthpiece in. He's gonna be in the room. Let's go.
Featherweight champion Ricky 135 right there. Flyweight. I'm sorry, Ricky. I gave
Hooters weight champion, my friend. and not Maddie's. Those are way heavier than Ricky.
Yeah, the Covington thing, you guys are both spot on. It feels as if, and this is an interesting way to view Covington. Covington's polarizing talk. Look, let's just not beat around the bush. He was a huge Trump supporter. People loved and hated that situation of President Trump. Now in 2021, do people still have that same type of passion for that political stance he took? We'll find out when he goes and steps into the garden how people react to him and everything else. But Usman, I don't know what else he can do past Covington now, because I would love to see Usman Khabib. We're never going to get that.
No.
I think Khabib is done forever.
Yeah.
McGregor wouldn't beat him, so he's not going to get McGregor.
I can't shake that Khabib's going to fight one more time.
I don't think so.
I can't shake it. I don't know.
Dad. It's that his whole dad thing is too big of a thing for him. That's why he walked away. He did that one more fight, and then basically I think he's enough of his conviction type guy. He's never come back.
I think a lot of things would have to happen to make it happen, but like
I don't think he's motivated by money.
Well, no, but there's a lot of people who aren't motivated by money until they see an amount of money that motivates them. You know what I mean? Like I'm not motivated by money, but I finally left radio. Sure. Let's put it like that. You know what I mean?
But I think
I'm not motivated by money, but at 4 something on a freaking Friday afternoon, I'm sitting here doing a podcast in the middle of Hooters, aren't I?
Couldn't do the juice tomorrow. Had to do this today.
Right, had to get it done. Because I'm also not motivated by money, but I'll be on the field for you Albany tomorrow when they take on New Hampshire. Actually, I do that for fun.
I would say 8 out of 10 guys basically would possibly be taunted back. I think he's one of those 1 or 2s that really basically he's got such an already amazing run that he had that he really doesn't have to listen to anybody. Will he be the greatest ever? No, because of that.
Right. There's two reasons I just feel like it could happen, right? Number one is what I've always said about him, guys. I feel like guys like Khabib are why there is cage fighting. Like it's why there's mixed martial arts. Because if it wasn't like if you didn't pay your bill here at Hooters, there'd be a door out the back somewhere like in like Bulgaria or whatever, some bar like this. And you didn't pay? All right, you gotta go out that door. And he's just, all right. And he just slaps the crap out of you until how much was his bill? 200? Another elbow. You know what I mean? And the other is, what a great movie. And I know this is really far-fetched, but the world's far-fetched sometimes. If Conor does come back, wins like 3 straight fights, I could see Khabib come back and just be like, I'll end it. I'll put him down. Like, well, yeah, but all right, it's going to be the biggest money. He's like, I'm going to donate the money. Something like that. Like, I could see just because that would be the greatest, like, Hollywood ending ever of both their careers.
I don't see Conor coming back and having three wins, though.
Right, well, I said it's far-fetched. I didn't say it was going to happen. Jesus, drink another drink.
Oh.
By the way, speaking about the Garden, how packed the Garden fights get. Remember, Khabib and McGregor both fought on the first ever.
Is it Conor? I think it's Habib, right?
Am I dropping a K in there randomly?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. You're Polish. You're closer than I am.
We'll call him Nurmagomedov to make somebody happy about that.
You're closer to it than I am.
McGregor in that 205 main event did the champ
Go
stuff.
ahead, cancel me. I'm ready.
We'll call it Nurmagomedov also wanted that event.
So that other guy, the guy with the fuzzy hat.
Yeah, we'll see if he ever comes back. I think, unfortunately, it's not going to happen for either one. But UFC 268, this is the best card of the entire year in the UFC. From top to bottom, I like how they're doing this new stuff now that like Gaethje is fighting on the first fight of the pay-per-view, which it's a very wrestling WWE thing where you have the best match of the night on first and last. Because I know you guys probably everybody's done this before where you buy the fight and if you have like just your buddies who might not be sports fight fans or just casual people like, when is a big fight on? Like when's the big
1 in the morning.
Right.
And it could last 30 seconds.
Exactly. Yeah. So now when you have that first opening fight that sets the crowd off for the rest of the night, I hope the UFC continues to do that where the second fight of the night goes first to fire the crowd up. So that's a really cool idea. Rose Namajunas.
Doug Rose
can't stand her. I think
really?
Here's the problem with Rose. When Rose won at the Garden a few years ago, I told you this bothered me because she got out there. I believe she beat Joanna Jędrzejczyk in that fight. And she got out and said, instead of talking trash, instead of talking all that stuff, she goes, be nice to everybody. Everybody be nice. No. Like you're a fighter.
That's why cage fighting exists.
And there you go. Be an entertainer, do all that stuff. For those who don't remember, Rose was the one who like talked about when McGregor threw the chair in Brooklyn that she almost retired from. I'm just not a Rose fan. She's fine in the octagon. She's a great fighter. Just not a polarizing
she has like a history of like domestic violence or something. So I think she's because that's what I've always said about her. She skill wise, pound for pound, blah blah. If she's motivated, there's not a lot of women who are taking her down in the cage. The problem with her is this a fight that motivates her? Yeah. So like I love watching her fight, but within like in my opinion, she's why live wagering exists. Because about 3 seconds into that fight, you can go, she cares. I'm going to put more money on Rose. Or she don't give a bleep, bail out. But if she cares, she's fun to watch. She's fun to watch. She can get things done. And the fact that her name is Thug Rose and she's never spoken louder than like a whisper, it's hysterical to me.
You need a little unstable in your UFC person. If you don't have that, like, I get it, you're an athlete, but you got to be a little fucked up to want to walk into a cage with somebody else and drop elbows on them. Like
fight for a living, right? If you get punched in the head for a living, there's something not right upstairs, no doubt.
We verbally get punched in the head for a living. We still do it. We just show up.
I bet you it's a lot different though when it's real.
I don't know. I've got scars, Dirk. I've got
Emotional,
scars.
deep scars.
Got scars. You should ask poor Joey Haas over there all the crap we used to say to him when he was an intern and a producer. I've scarred that poor man. I've scarred that man. He's actually, there was one day he came in, he goes, just hit me. Just hit me. Don't even talk to me anymore. Just punch me.
Hey, Levack, you'll get a kick out of this. One of our favorite fighters, we talked to this guy, maybe more than any other MMA fighter, any level.
Tank Abbott.
No, John.
I love Tank Abbott.
We have the same dentist.
John Vellante is fighting as a heavyweight now.
That makes sense.
Hey, let's get Tank Abbott and Jake Paul going. Let's get that going.
Where do you think, like real talk, where's Tank Abbott right now?
At a bar that
he's back there doing dishes.
7 a.m. Yeah, Tank's not doing well, man. There's no way Tank's doing well.
Is he alive? Like, do we know? Like,
no, we don't know.
Like, there's no way like to your point, there's no way he's doing well.
One of the few people I've ever heard of from Parts Unknown.
Right, and believed it. And believed
Right,
it.
like, oh, no.
You know? Yeah, no, he
Tank's
probably
Parts
doesn't know.
Unknown.
Yeah. His hometown does not want to take credit for him.
That's right. And back to the Vellante thing, for those who didn't get that joke, John Vellante told Levack and I constantly that he would put on like 30 or 40 pounds a piece. So he'd always fight like 3 levels lower. I think he just gave up and said, like, screw it. I'm not taking the weight off anymore.
We had him and Derek Lewis, the Black Beast Derek Lewis, in studio at the same time before the Times Union Center, the first MMA fight there. And they both had similar pre-fights. Like, it was like, hey, Derek Lewis, how do you get ready for a fight? I'd probably stop eating wings about 2 days before, take a big shit. And it's like, dump. And he's like, what, dump? No, I hit the dump button. I don't need you to do one right now.
Shit, why'd you do that? Dump?
Right. How hot are your balls? Dump. So, yeah, but Vellante was like, he showed up. If you had told me that we pulled up outside Home Depot, like, we need a dude who can do some freaking, like, drywall, because he showed up in a beat-up Carhartt, work boots, jeans. And he was just like, yeah, no, I'm thrilled to be here. It's like, we're thrilled to have you. Please win this fight. Because I want to root for that guy. Like, I don't want to root. Like, I met McGregor at the Super Bowl in Arizona. And it was early on, so he was still wicked humble. But he was in, like, a straight-up great suit. Beautiful woman with him, his girlfriend and everything. And I'm just like, he commands a room. Vladdy walks in, and he's like, no, everything's cool. What's up? You guys want to go swing a sledgehammer? What you want to do? What you want to? Oh no, I'm gonna fight Tuesday. All right, I'm gonna have 6 wings instead of 10. And you want to take both? Well, you want to date me?
Well, the Carhartt guy sounds like my type. But like McGregor, every time I see him, I just like.
We gotta get a mic in front of you. So
you know what?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Get in. So all right, so Maddie here,
Yeah,
Maddie here at Hoots. Who are you working tomorrow night?
Yes, I am.
All right, so if you come see UFC 268, you'll be able to hang out with Maddie and her twins. So McGregor's your type, or the Carhartt workers your type?
The Carhartt worker is my type.
So if you're coming here tomorrow night,
It hasn't worked out for me though, so maybe I need to change my type.
but it doesn't mean you're gonna stop. Like, if some guy walks, are you single right now?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh.
Remember, I got dumped today.
Yeah, I never know if you tell me the truth or just fishing for a tip.
But
I don't know.
it's not for real because he's married. So.
Gosh, you dumped her?
It's not me. It's not
God.
me. Although my wife is supposed to pick up my
Wait,
car.
so you were dating a married man?
Yeah.
And you're gonna just to be clear, Levack and Goz live on the Tech East Fire and Water Restoration Facebook page. Your best way back to normal, unless Maddie's there. And the Godzilla YouTube. You're live right now, and then you're going to be on Spotify, Apple. Like, subscribe, and wear a dirty Carhartt. Maybe date Maddie tomorrow. What? So you were dating a married man? Well, you just told us on
It's
the
too
thing.
late now. There's
Yeah, but
no
now
jump.
everyone's gonna judge me now. So he wasn't actually married.
So he's separated.
Yeah.
Engaged.
He's engaged in divorce.
I
Is
see.
he's unengaged, and he decided to just kind of put the brakes on it, get his stuff back together, kind of thing. Is that what we're talking about here?
No, I'm just too much.
I'm not going to say that's not true,
Yeah.
but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
I'm a lot to handle.
I've noticed, especially lately.
Yes.
How long have you been too much to handle?
Almost 3 years.
All right, very good, very good. But also, you are the luckiest ass in the world. Like, if she used to sit with me during Raiders games, they would win games. Where?
No, I don't know whose it is. What do they place?
All right, just sit on it. I think that works.
Okay.
All right.
I'll just smother ice to
Yeah,
death.
yeah. Just that's fine. All right, so you're single,
Yes.
actually single,
Yes.
and you like working men.
I like
Just-
working men. I also like men who really like to fight. So that's why
Oh.
every time I watch McGregor, I just get like really excited.
But not like sanctioned fights. Not like all of a sudden God spills my beer and I just start slapping the hell out of him in the middle of Hooters.
I mean, that might do something for me too.
Guys,
Whoa.
sorry about this, buddy.
I also,
What do you think of the Gimp scene in Pulp Fiction?
What are you thinking of Gimp singing Pulp Fiction?
I'm also ruthless.
What about just singing? By the way, I have been offered some jobs in West
Just-
Virginia.
Just one missing tooth
Oh,
is
it's-
definitely my style.
You know, December 1st, you and I are going to have so much in common. We're both
ABC.
going to have implants.
December 11th is the anniversary of mine.
Really?
Dan's birthday.
Boston Dan's birthday present was the Twin Towers over here.
Happy birthday,
All right, there you
Dan.
go. All right. Well, all jokes. See, but here's the beauty of this, right? So we're live at Hooters. UFC 268 tomorrow night. Maddie will be here. She's here now. Come on by, say hello. We're going to be here for a while, unless they kick us out for being really out of control today. But the beauty of it is just fun. She's just fun. She's a good person. She has a lot of fun. We talk crap. Some of the stuff we just talk about may not even be true. You don't know, but it's fun. That's all we know. We have fun. The
That's
part
right.
about dudes in dirty Carhartts,
That
good
is
looking dudes.
absolutely true.
That's 100. I've seen that. I've seen that
Yeah.
happen.
Unfortunately, that's definitely my type.
Right. Like I'll be here and like we're all friends and I know the boss. And normal nights, Matt will come by, hang out, whatever. Dude in dirty Carhartt, look good. I know I ain't gonna see Maddie much. It's gonna be one of those things where it's like
The dirtier,
she's
the
gonna come
better.
running over. She's like she see the beer getting empty. All of a sudden she'll come running over. You need one? Okay, cool. But you want two right now? Because that's gonna be a minute.
Yeah.
No, she always make sure you have your drinks. That's it.
Remember that. The dirtier, the better, boys.
The dirtier,
Don't clean
the
up those
better.
beards. Get ready to fight. That's right.
Jets rebuilding since 1969. All right. Well,
Thank you,
we
man.
love
We
you, man.
appreciate your
We
help
love
as
you, man.
always.
And if you really
Saturday night.
like I have a Carhartt hoodie in the truck. Slap that baby on you where? All right, show's over.
Can't wait to see my analytics for this episode.
So
Views through the roof every time she's on.
but the God's honest truth is if you
Ratings are ratings.
well, that's also true. Are you out here, Joey?
There he goes.
What-
Joey
Joe-
Haas.
It's funny. Like the last time I was out in public, I saw Joey's girlfriend, right? Yeah. Now I see
Now it's not
him.
weird.
You're not gonna fist bump Joey? What the fuck?
Joey Gurkha.
You're
Gurkha
rude.
Joey,
You're
there
rude.
you are. That's right.
Joey, by the way,
One of our former interns.
congratulations. Went from intern to producer to now he actually has a show on our former radio station. I'm not gonna say the name of it, you fucking traitor. But no, I'm
There you go. Don't you dare plug that show.
Sunday mornings at 11 a.m.
That's right. That's right. He's too
Any
good.
given fun day.
Listen to the podcast.
The only podcast that anybody we know has that isn't on Godzilla Network.
That's
I don't know.
right.
I don't know how that works.
He's the Zion Williamson of local podcasts.
Yeah. He's every time I've ever been on his podcast, all he does is go, I know you're gonna roast me. I know you're gonna roast me. I know you're gonna and I'm like, no,
Tom
I'm trying to be
Brady
nice to you for a change. We're
That's
gonna
right.
oh now he's back. He's in.
He's
I got,
back in.
I think I have another mic. I'm
Actually,
too
no.
lazy
Here,
to
you
do
know
it.
what?
Oh, there
There
you
you
go. There you
Yeah,
go.
Joey.
Haas.
There. All right.
Look at this.
Look at Kirk. Kirk,
Don't let your bosses know
Are you
this
out
is
of here?
happening. Good. There he goes. Tom Gurkha's out of here.
I was supposed to be here like 15 minutes.
Let's get our plugs in right now. There's one more plug for you. There you go. Very good. There you go. There you go. All right. Thank you.
All right. Now I officially love Tom Gurkha. Yeah, no, what? Oh, well, then fill me up then. Was this mine? I thought you were really leaving the bottle, you prick.
thought Levack was
Well,
gonna, yeah.
I was like,
Come
this
on.
is my dog. I'm going to the Giants
No,
Raiders.
no, I gotta get out of here.
One of the
Thank
Giants Raiders on Sunday. I probably need that to stay warm in the parking lot. I love you so much.
There you go.
By the way, Yankee Distillers. If you need it for your home or restaurant, ask for Tom Gurkha. He's a great guy. Extremely generous, all those things. You got a full bottle? I'll be nicer. All right, so
Businesses. That's how trade works here at
Yeah.
Godzilla Media.
you. Oh man.
no, that's not, so I have a skill when it comes to Gurk. Gurk is the guy who will come and get he'll walk into a restaurant and he will get them to pick this up, and it's a great product. I can get bottles out of Gurk. That's
Well, you just did.
my skill.
Yeah.
That's my skill. Joey, man, what's going on? You're a Pacers fan, so we don't really respect
Yeah.
your knowledge of sports, but
Well, I'm not here for the Pacers. I'm here for you guys. What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
But-
Thank you.
oh, what are you doing? We would have bought you a drink or two.
I don't need you guys to buy me drinks. Look, listen
Listen, you're still
listen to this card, all right?
Ooh.
Apple.
All right.
Anybody who
Wow.
doesn't have a card, listen to this thing.
Oh yeah,
You gotta.
It's American Psycho right there. I
All
saw
right,
that.
so I
movie.
have one of those.
Oh,
But then this is the one you want.
do that one.
This doesn't make noise.
Oh,
This one moves silently and gets ish done. Give me
no,
that Apple
I
Card
heard
back.
it and I was like, wow. that's-
The Carhartt's in the truck. Yeah. What am I going for it? Where is it? Oh,
Whoa.
I don't want to hurt you though.
Whoa.
Why did it get charged?
Apple Pay. It's
I
a
was
thing
way
of-
too
thing of the
respectful right
future.
there. I should have went with my teeth.
I need a pick out of you because you're a Panther fan,
got
and we're
me.
getting picks later.
Yeah.
So just tease us with a.
Did you
Panther
go as
Patriot
Christian McCaffrey for Halloween?
No.
All right.
Ever since I grew the beard out, I couldn't do Christian McCaffrey.
You really couldn't before.
Yeah, I
right,
know.
so- Joey, what do you got? Panthers, Pats. Who's the quarterback?
I couldn't even tell you.
All right.
I'm going to go with the Patriots in this one. I think that Mac Jones is playing great football. I think he's the best rookie so far this year. And honestly,
So you didn't see Jamar Chase play yet? Or?
No, right, best rookie quarterback.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Okay, that's fair.
Best rookie quarterback. I guess maybe you can make an argument because Stephon Gilmore's going to be playing, obviously, against his opposing team. But I don't know. I don't think there's much to be said. I think the Patriots are a pretty good football team.
I know. Actually, spoiler alert, it's going to be one of my locks coming up. Because if Belichick could make Sam Darnold see Ghost before, why can't he do it now? And if Darnold's not the quarterback, he's not going to make the guy who couldn't beat him out for the starting job see Ghost. That's a bad week for the Panthers. That's what I think. Which means you're going to win. I didn't do well last week, so
yeah.
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Panthers are nothing without McCaffrey. I think
True.
that's
Dude,
a fair
but that's not
statement to
saying a lot, though. That's
No.
one of the best players in all of football. You don't have him.
Yeah.
Look how good Sam Darnold looked early with him. That's what
Great.
I mean.
He looks great.
Joey, any given fun day?
Yeah.
You still working at Ups?
Yep.
Ups?
Still working. Just working a ton, man.
That's what he
So-
does. He works. He's the only guy who works more than me.
Hardest working man in show business.
Well, wait, hold on. Calm down.
Yeah, relax.
You're not Liana Bonavide. I'm sorry.
No, she's also not a man.
Oh.
I just realized I don't have my
So I
windscreen
am a
on this.
man. You are finally calling me a man, right?
Your,
I know this has
your
been up for
girlfriend's a
debate.
sweetheart. I'll say man. Yes,
Yeah.
I will because she's a
Wow.
sweetheart.
Congrats, Joe. You did
She's
it, man.
She's a sweetheart. She's
Ah,
sweetheart.
good.
She's nice enough to come say hi to me over at the mall last Friday. You didn't.
Well, you see, Levack.
See what happened.
I was at work.
He's got nothing.
I was at work.
He's got nothing.
I was at Ups.
All right.
You know
Well,
what, Joey? I will do this for you.
What do you
I
got
have
for me,
no
guys?
problem being your first guest on any given fun day when it debuts. No problem.
Yeah.
To do that.
you think that'll work out?
No, I
You
don't.
don't think that'll?
I don't think that'll work out.
If anybody's looking at,
I could actually
Yeah.
do it. If you
Sure
wanted
you
me,
could.
I could do it. They still like me over there, and I like them.
no, listen. First of all, God's sending the waves out and everything. I love it. No, listen, man. There's gonna be one thing. There's bigger things in this world than business relationships, and it's friends, man. It's friends.
No,
And
it's
you-
not. No, it's not. Do the
That was very
business
well
thing.
said, Joe. No, that's
You-
very good.
You
Very
worked your
nice.
ass off to get your own show.
Oh,
on 104.5
sure, man.
The team. You got it done. Good for you. Congratulations.
But I'm here for my friends, man.
Well,
that's what
absolutely. Well, there's no. It's fine. I still get along with them great. I do. Half of the.
Take
Yeah,
shot.
the other half, I'm working on it. I'm a relationship builder. That's what
Well,
I am.
Well, point is I'm here for you guys.
I appreciate
You know,
it.
I
Well, dude, no, so
Every
what's
time,
coming? When is this? This is the debut, right?
Yep, this Sunday. It's gonna be a
God's
good
puts the
time.
mic away from his mouth and everything. What are you guys talking about this week? Do you know?
Well, my co-host is gonna be in Houston, so that's pretty sweet.
So you're zooming? What is it?
Nope. So it's just your boy and some great guests.
I'll be driving to MetLife. Hit me up. You call me. Give me a call.
Yeah,
From the Silverado. I'll give you. I'll
Give
jump
me-
in
give
for a
me
second.
shout if you
Goz
want.
said he'll jump in. He'll come on whenever you need him to.
I dare you.
That'll be the first and last. Any given fun day.
One time, I got one shot.
That's
I'm gonna
it.
Make it
That's
work,
it.
right?
It would be pretty epic, though.
That
What would have a longer staying power at that point? The Barstool van show they did, or any given fun day if God showed up on it. Oh my God.
The answer is yes. That's it.
We're live at Hoots. Joey Haas with us right now, and of course, we always have a great time here. I'm actually I thought Girk would stay way longer. He also did not pay for his drink, so he's lucky he left that bottle.
Wow.
Someone's going to go back and watch that. and be
Yeah,
like, how
that's
did
why
they-
he did that.
Right,
Unbelievable.
right. He wouldn't. I shamed him into leaving the bottle.
Here's the thing, Levack. I think what makes you feel really good about it is that Gurka is no longer here. And imagine you had to spend the entire night with him. You would not have slept at all. You wouldn't
well,
slept. You wouldn't have slept at all.
I would have needed all the help in the world. And I already have most of it because of my friends at the Integrative Sleep Center in Boston Spa with my good friend, Dr. Fred Dreer, 518-885-6185, 518-885-6185. Why do I have the energy I have? Why am I not afraid of gray season? 518-885-6185. Mouthpiece, right? I never would have been one of those guys who could have done a sleep study in a lab. I never would have been the kind of guy who could wear a mask. Like, I know you look at me and think that guy's got the physique of a fighter pilot. I couldn't wear the mask. I can't do it. So the mouthpiece is perfect for me, and it's made such a difference. Actually adjusted it, I think it was 3.5 months ago we went and adjusted it, and it has made even more of a difference. So it turns out, like, when you get used to one level of keeping your jaw open, you can a little further. And now even more air while I'm sleeping. My sleep score on my Fitbit's going through the freaking roof. I feel great. I feel awesome. I've actually lost a couple LBs. I find them usually here at Hooters, but I lost them
I was
first.
gonna say you look good.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Black
Thank
and
you,
slimming.
Joey.
I love black. 518-885-6185. Like, all kidding aside, if you're not sleeping, if you're snoring, if people are telling you you're snoring, you apnea, all those things, just make the call. 518-885-6185. Dr. Fred Dreer, the Integrative Sleep Center in Boston Spa. They are helping me sleep better. They'll help you sleep better too. Speaking of sleeping, you Albany seems like you've been sleeping through this freaking season, and it hurts me. It hurts me.
Man,
It hurts me.
that's where I gotta go.
Yeah, you're Albany. You're alum.
Yeah, I know. That's why
It's
I gotta
hard,
get
man.
out of here.
Every bad break possible. All right, if you gotta go. That's fine. That's fine.
Or you're the
Or
angry
you stay.
alum.
It's up to you. It's up to you.
I'm
It's
already the angry alum. Man.
Well, it just sucks because I've been at all the home games.
Yeah.
And it's every bad break possible, but at the same time, it is what it is. You're 0-8. You are what your record says you are. The best game they played was North Dakota State. They played their ass off for 3 quarters on defense, and you know, if it's not for turnovers that you don't expect, they're in that game into the 4th quarter. After that, I thought they had everything it took to go and beat these teams that they're playing. They're not beating them, so it sucks. Makes me sad, but I'll still run around and try to get people to catch punts on the field. I'll do it.
Let me end with this one for you guys. I took the venture out to Syracuse for that game.
Why would you do that?
Well,
we all know
My old stomping grounds.
Right.
Yeah, out in Goz's old stomping
That was
grounds.
the one game we thought Houston might win this year.
And we go out there, right? Me, a couple UAlbany alumni of Nico Coleman, the center, one of my good friends.
Love that kid.
And we go out there, blah blah blah, this and that. And it was quite. Let me just tell you guys. I mean, I've experienced some things in my life, right? I'm a young guy, but I've experienced a few things.
I see some things.
And that was one of the experiences that I will never forget.
If it makes you feel any better, the last time I saw a game quite like that is when I went with him to see Cuse versus Notre Dame at Yankee Stadium. That was bad. And we were sitting next to the band. We were sitting next to Notre Dame's band. That was bad.
So,
that was bad.
Joey, it's a combination, when you reference that, a combination of both the tailgate scene and also the performance of your school playing an FBS school in a big arena like the Carrier Dome, all of that put together in one. Like, you thought that was going to be a moment where your alma mater was going to
rise
take a turn, raise the occasion, be on the national platform, all that stuff.
So, you know, when they score the touchdown, right? It's the train, right? That's what it is,
Yep.
the train. I've never heard. I live near a train station. Like I live near train tracks, right, guys? And I've actually never in my life heard more train noises than at the football. And I've been on this earth now for 23 years. And you're telling me that I can hear more train in 3 hours at Syracuse than I have in 23 years at my home? That's the perfect noise. Fellas, I love you guys. Have a great night.
Joey,
And that
Joey
was
Haas.
just- that was
Joey Haas,
interesting.
any given fun day. Too good for Godzilla Media, apparently. But you know, whatever. That's fine. That's fine. Do what you got to do. All right. Yeah, I'm really hoping UAlbany gets it done. It's it's staff appreciation, senior day, all those things are going on. I'm gonna be there tomorrow. Root this team on. Oddly enough, they're entertaining games.
Yeah, there are some things that happen in those games where you're just kind of scratching your head and be like, I don't know what I just saw, but it was entertaining as hell. I don't know what was going on out there. You know, kind of UAlbany goes back to what you said earlier about Rosenama Eunice, where it feels like you're going to know what's going to happen to UAlbany fast in this game. Because that last game, the effort, look, we love the Great Danes. We love Coach Caduce. That first half was horrible on the road last week. Saying they quit, look, if you're not a diehard UAlbany fan, I think some people would look at that first half and be like, what the hell happened? Like, that's not the UAlbany team we're used to. Effort, travel, whatever it might be, just having a bad record and deal with teenagers and everything else. It wasn't there. That's my fear for UAlbany this Saturday, is that if they get down 7-0 fast, if they get down 14-0 fast, it's a train of kind of what Joey's references there of, uh-oh, here it comes again. We're going to lose. We can't win a game.
Right.
So if UAlbany gets down early, I'm really nervous for the Great Danes because I don't know if they have found a way to break through and play better. That's my fear. Now, if they get up 7-0, the whole arena, the whole stadium, everything can change the whole feel, and I'm rooting for the Great Danes, but it's going to be a battle for the rest of the season to get some wins.
It's definitely one of those things where you see it like they need something to happen so that they know they're going to win a game. Like being on the sideline, watching Carl Mofor, watching Jeff Undercuffler, watching Carino, watching all those guys, you can see in their faces, you can see that they're uncomfortable. And then when it ultimately goes wrong, which it has so far, don't fill it too much. I need that for Sunday.
Was that enough?
Yeah,
that's good.
Well, give them whatever you want. I don't care.
No, that's fine. Thank you.
But I need that for Sunday because it's gonna be cold in the parking lot. It's gonna be cold in the parking
You
lot.
can't buy another one?
No, I got that for free.
I'll buy you another one.
Oh, sugar mama.
Oh,
Sugar mama. Wait a minute, where's my card?
I'll be your sugar mama.
I'm all in. You could see the pain. Like these guys aren't quitting. They're not quitting. They want to win games. It's just not coming together. It's just not coming together. All right, let's talk a little more college football. UAlbany, again, I'll be there tomorrow. Please come hang out, check it out. Let's get these guys the support they deserve.
I have something to say about my Syracuse football team here.
You do? You never talk about them.
The Orange are 1 win away from the Fenway Bowl, baby. Come on. I know it. I've seen the projections. Bill Bender, we love you. Knock it off with the guaranteed rate bowl a day after Christmas. Get out of there, Bill. We want the Fenway Bowl for the Syracuse Orange. An 11 o'clock kickoff on a Wednesday, baby. That's what we want to have happen. Now, with Syracuse still 1 win away from having that happen, they need Boston College. Yeah,
hold on, though. Quick question, though. What if they win too much?
That is a good question. Now, the problem is Boston College.
One show, that's it.
Boston College plays Virginia Tech tonight, and I like the Eagles to win that game. If you
I
don't
do
know,
too. I do too. That's one of my picks. I like it. All right.
The red bandana game.
Nah, I don't feel so good about it. He was 0-8 last week.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Oh, no.
So if Boston College gets to 6 wins, they're likely going to get the Fenway Bowl away from Syracuse. Syracuse beat Boston College last week.
Plus, if you're Fenway, you want Boston College.
Exactly. So maybe back to the Pinstripe Bowl or something else. But with that being said, Syracuse is not too far away from having it happen.
Wouldn't you rather have the Pinstripe Bowl, though? Like, in all reality, I know it's the first Fenway Bowl. I know it's the first whatever, and I'll wear a Buck Foston shirt if we go. But, like, it's the only time I've ever agreed to go to Fenway.
Wait.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Keep
No,
talking.
I was going to say
You
that
said wait.
the Pinstripe Bowl, the only reason I would want to do the Fenway Bowl personally, selfishly, is because I've gone to the Pinstripe Bowl in 2010 against Kansas State, 2012 against West Virginia, and then you and I did it for Notre Dame. So I think as a fan, I want to do something different. Now, that's 11 years ago, so a lot of fans haven't experienced it, but I'd like to do it that way. I know what your point is, like New York Bowl, bigger market, bigger stadium.
Better stadium.
Better viewing experience, all
less
that
evil
stuff.
people, less racist.
That's right. All that
So you're
stuff.
going to the Fenway Bowl? Is that what you said?
If Syracuse is in it, I'm going to go to it.
I want to go.
All right.
You got to wear a Buck
I used
Foston
to go
shirt
to
with me.
the Syracuse football games all the time because my grandfather played for them.
Really? What's your grandfather's name?
Well, this was a long time ago.
Well, I
I mean,
assume it's
he's
your
in his
grandfather.
70s.
Floyd Little,
What?
Jim Brown was your dad.
What's your grandfather's name?
Bill Mallow.
All right. Well, look it up. He's a big Hughes fan.
It's my thing, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we go, like, my whole family goes a lot.
Carry your dog.
Look, you probably tailgating right next to Goz the whole time. Didn't even know it. Maddie's over here tailgating. Didn't even know it. UFC 268 tomorrow night.
I'm fun to tailgate with.
I feel like you're fun everywhere.
Okay,
Chiefs
yeah.
fans, there you go.
All right.
Wait, bring me with you guys.
Okay.
All right. You're
It's
making it happen.
Godzilla Media is paying
But
for
wait,
the whole
when
thing.
is
so.
it? I need to know.
Wednesday, December 29th, if it happens. No, Wednesday, December 27th. Whatever.
He doesn't.
That Wednesday isn't.
He doesn't.
I just need to make sure I can go.
All right.
Right. Well,
talk to
figure it
Dan.
out. Let's go.
Talk to Ricky.
Dan's supposed to go with us. So.
Talk to Dan.
Well, the boss. Well, she got to talk. No, Ricky here.
Oh, I didn't know how high it went up the
Yeah,
chain.
it's
At this
Dan's-
wonderful
I
establishment.
always go to Dan first.
Boston
Dan's my favorite.
Boston Dan's next level now. He's next level. He's
Yeah,
up.
but he's my favorite.
Don't say that. Ricky, you go see it. We're live on the
He
Techies
already-
Fire and
he
Water
already
Restoration
knows.
Facebook page. All right.
I don't even know what that is.
You own your house?
Yeah.
You all right. Well, let's say you had a flood. Let's say you had a fire.
Okay.
Any of those things.
Okay.
You're going to call me over at Techies Fire and Water Restoration.
Oh, that's
Where
where
to-
you work?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't know anything about you. We're strangers.
I'm a man of mystery. That's why my Carhartt's dirty.
What do I
That's
do
why.
in my free time?
I understand you masturbate a lot.
Yeah, how do you know that? How do you know that?
You just told
Are
us.
you living in my basement?
Yes, I live in your basement. I live in your basement. I do your laundry. What a twist.
At least just give me rent. Okay.
No, you're my sugar mom. I get to live down there for free.
That's true.
All right.
I'll be back.
Bye.
right, thank
There
you.
she goes, Maddie.
Choked on something there.
was it?
I was going to mention Sean Tucker, the running back, but does anyone
All
really
right,
want to
we-
hear that
we-
anymore?
Yeah, please talk about Sean Tucker, the running back. Real quick, let's get the show moving. Come on, let's go. Fire it up. Fire it up. Levack and Goz live at Hooters, UFC 268. Also, your home for Wednesday Wings Day special, 10 boneless wings and French fries. Really low price that I can't see behind the table right now.
Syracuse football, as we mentioned, has a chance to go to a bowl game, whether it be Fenway, whether it be Yankee Stadium. Hell, they could go to one of those other ones that I don't want them to go to, but it's possible. Sean Tucker, running back. We talked a
We
lot
have
about
no
him.
comments today, by the way. I thought, like, after Cindy stopped, poor Cindy Martin, by the way, Cynthia Martin at Howard Hanna, sorry, Howard Hanna, .com, sell your house. Nobody. Everybody's afraid of us now. Nobody, or they're staring at Maddie. I
Here's
don't
who
know.
you blame. Tom Kirk at Yankee
Yeah.
and Joey Haas. That's who you blame for.
Joey Haas. Yeah. Especially Joey Haas.
Sean Tucker, okay, leading the country in rushing now. The country, Sean Tucker. And Syracuse has a bye this week. Unfortunately, Orange fans, I'll say this about a certain I can say this. I got an email from the Maxwell Award, which is pretty
Ooh.
cool. It's the top 15 players in the country. It's a little bit different than the Heisman Trophy. They emailed me that in the Bednarik. So it's pretty cool to get to represent the Capital Region voting for those awards this season.
Wait, did they take the Heisman away from you and give you like two other?
I don't know till November 29th.
Did you ask to be these ones or?
Yes, sort of.
Okay, well, no,
I got
'cause I-
accepted, yes.
Well, see, I would rather that. Like, if you asked to be them, that makes sense. But if it was one of those things where like you didn't ask and you just keep going, hey, I still have my Heisman vote. I still have my, and they went, how about the Maxwell? How would you like to vote for the next new sneaker? Like what? Like,
No, I have those.
good for you.
Yeah, so pretty cool. So Sean Tucker's on the list for the Maxwell. The Maxwell comes out 3 weeks before the deadline, which is extremely dumb. Like the ballot's out now, and I will fully admit this, and maybe people are going to shame me for this. So it said your deadline to vote for this is November 20th. So what you should do is wait until the last day to find out all this stuff.
Right.
I voted as quick as possible.
So
'Cause I
can you
didn't
say
realize
that
it.
one, or is it the same as the Heisman?
I can say that one. So I can say the
Oh,
Maxwell.
now that your vote's in, you
yeah,
can say it.
so I can say it, and because they don't have the secrecy like the Heisman
Kenny
does.
Skywalker.
Right now, he'd be first. Kenny Pickett from Pitt would be second. And Sean Tucker, the running back for Syracuse, would be third. Now,
Wow,
I
look
can
at you, non-homer.
Yeah, so I can say that out loud because the vote's in, they're more open and transparent and everything else. But why I bring up Sean Tucker is this. Unfortunately, Syracuse fan, this is probably about as high as he's ever going to get this season. Like, the next matchups, okay, let's say Syracuse finishes, 7 wins, 6 wins. They're not going to give the best player of the country to a 6-win team or a 7. This is not going to happen. Like, he
Well,
just...
isn't the Maxwell generally like the guy the runner-up to the Heisman?
Yep.
Generally.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Unless the runner-up to the Heisman somehow, some way is a defensive player.
Exactly right. So, yeah, so it's very unlikely. So, Sean Tucker, great season, not going to wear 44. Likely he's going to break the single-season rushing record at Syracuse within the next 2 games, which is unbelievable to think about that. But that's what it is, Syracuse. The goal is to get 1 or 2 more victories, get to a Northeast Bowl game. And Sean Tucker, when we talk about national awards, if you're somebody like me who screwed up the vote and voted too soon, he might get nominated, become a finalist. If not, then he's probably maxed out at this point because of his matchups coming up. Other guys like Ohio State, Alabama, Ole Miss, LSU, Michigan State, they're going to have far bigger, more important games and a bigger spotlight than Syracuse.
The Syracuse Sean Tucker play, smartest move in PR ever. Because what you do is you go, oh, well, you let somebody like Goz from Gozilla Media, Levack and Goz, Techies Fire and Water Restoration Facebook page, as well as the Godzilla YouTube page. Please like, subscribe, and get yourself a Wings Day special and watch UFC 268 here at Hooters. You get somebody like you to go, 44 should come out of retirement, go to him. And then people start grumbling. Now this kid actually breaks out. He's a hell of a running back. More and more people start grumbling. 44. You don't give it to him. So now the next kid that you want to give it to, you go, whoa, we thought you guys wanted it. We were like, it's a brilliant PR move from Cuse. Who knew they were smart?
Also, shout out to our guy, former wide receiver Mike Accione for Syracuse, who's listening to us now talking about the Orange. He goes, I love this version of Levack and Goz. More Howard Stern than I ever could have imagined. He
Oh,
loves
it is.
We both love Stern as
Yeah.
traditional
I've
media
never-
people.
The only thing I ever took from Stern was just saying what was real. I never did the boobies in the background and stuff like that. Mainly because we didn't have the budget for boobies in the background, but now we do. Thanks to
Until
Hooters
now.
on Wolf Road,
And
UFC
Godzilla
268.
Media.
Yeah. Whatever. I feel like
Does
this.
that-
Lot.
does-
Can you imagine other shows from Godzilla Media doing this show?
No.
Like, can you imagine with sports with a Z, T?
T.
Like, Bryce would be like, yeah, poops. He wouldn't be able to talk.
The guys from Football in the Know just texted me and said they're going to be at Raiders Giants like you are. They're going to do a show there. I asked them where. They didn't respond. So,
Hey,
you might be doing a show Sunday. You don't even realize it.
hold on a second. I'm just seeing if my lawyer gave me a restraining order between now and Sunday. All right, he says he's working on it. All right, so we're live at Hoots. Yeah, so college football. I'm just giving you my picks because I want to get into the pros. I want to because
All right.
we're not going to get a chance to pick the pros. We're not going to get a chance to do anything. Let's just talk about the games that matter to us. Obviously, you Albany, we're really hoping that comes through. FCS, the spreads don't generally come out until Saturday morning or late Friday night, and they haven't come out yet for that game. But you also are not allowed to bet on you Albany in New York. You have to go to MetLife Stadium or call somebody in Jersey or Vinny the Fish. So I love Boston College tonight. Boston College +3, hosting Virginia Tech. My director of media, Lindsay Whites, who also hosts Back in New York Groove on Godzilla Media, which shows you how terrible Gaza's selections are. She's a Virginia Tech girl. She goes there. I think Boston College +3 just feels like a weird number. I thought they should have been +5, maybe 6. So the fact that they're +3, don't have their quarterback, I'm going Boston College. I'm taking the 3, and I might get down on it. I might
Ooh.
like 1-800-GAMBLER, responsible gambling, all those fun things. I'm a $10, $20, $50 guy. This might be a $50 bet tonight.
Whoa.
I'm thinking 30. Mildly. Basically, everything I won from last night's game on the Colts, I'm going to dump on a Boston College tonight.
I'm totally with you. I think the whole
Okay, let me get that back.
Also, Boston College, if you go through the numbers of their offense, close to this. It's like 6, 14, 13, and 10. They haven't scored. Totally with you. Why is the line this? It's more about an emotional Friday night game. We are 1 for 1 on this, so take that bet accordingly how you want to play it.
My next one, Ohio State laying 14.5 points at Nebraska. I honestly think here's what makes me upset. I've started actually paying attention to more podcasts because I've never been a podcast guy. I've been a radio guy my whole life. I want to be better at this. I do. I want to be better at this. So I started watching podcasts that are popular. My thought on this game was said by someone that I think might be stupid, but I still think he's right.
Do you want to say the person's name or no?
I'll consider saying Rico Bosco's name, but I'm not positive I will. Ohio State sees that Nebraska gave Michigan a fight, and that's the kind of little things that a guy like Ryan Day is smart enough to go, I see what you can do. I know I'm better. I'm going to drub you. I'm just going to beat the living hell out of you, just in case somebody honestly thinks that team, even though they have the same record as us, the one loss, they're not as good as us. And then he got crapped on by everybody else. But I think that's a reasonable way to look at it. Ohio State knows they need style points. I think they beat the living hell out of Nebraska.
Nebraska and Ohio State, you are far braver than me because both those teams this season have been hard for me to figure out when it comes to a wagering.
You could have stopped
aspect.
it. I'm braver than you. I mean,
Nebraska's lines have been all over the place. This has been for years with Scott Frost. They are just hard to figure out. Every time a line opens for Nebraska, they are still a national program, not as popular as they were 30, 40 years ago, but flip it over to Ohio State. Penn State's like 2 plays away in that game from beating Ohio State.
I had Penn State, though.
There you go. You had Penn State. The running back and quarterback, Stroud and Henderson for Ohio State, they have bigger games on the way. It should be a good game. I like Ryan Day as a better coach than Frost. I get where you're going with Ohio State. I'm just too scared to bet that game. And I say that and follow up and say I'm going to take Wake Forest against North Carolina this week. Even though North Carolina's the favorite, even though I've bet against Wake Forest this year and won, I want Wake. This is the worst way to do it when you wager on sports. Betting with your heart instead of your head. And I'm 100% betting with my heart over my head. I want these crooked ACC officials to give Wake Forest some love. Wake's quarterback Hartman could just outduel Carolina. It's going to be a high-scoring game. I think the number was sitting around like 78 at one point for an over-under. Wake keep that undefeated season going, man. I want to see it happen.
I still can't get over the fact that Kenny Skywalker III was at Wake Forest and they let him get away and go to Michigan State.
Yeah.
I can't get over that. Talk about a rambling wreck. That's Georgia Tech, but I'm in. I'm in.
Could go there too next. Who knows?
I was thinking about Georgia Tech, but I actually decided to go a different direction.
How often does that happen for you? Like, Wake and Georgia Tech, same colors.
Early this season, we actually jumped back on this show. Let's say back. I mean, we're not doing testicle. I mean, terrestrial radio.
Removed.
We're not doing testicle radio. We're doing podcasts. I said I liked Rodgers almost all year long. The one time I got off when they played Michigan, to bet against my team, I got Rutgers plus 13 at Wisconsin. I feel really good about it. I think Rutgers is get this. I think Rutgers is probably the best coached team in the Big Ten. I think they are. They might be the toughest team in the Big Ten.
That's a lot of love for Schiano.
And they're still going to lose by like 10, maybe 6. I'm not betting them on the money line. But you give me almost 2 touchdowns with Schiano and Rutgers. Nobody believes in their coach like Rutgers believes in Schiano. Give me Rutgers plus 13 at Wisconsin.
I hope Rutgers becomes a bowl-eligible team that like competes in the Big Ten. It'd be fun. It'd be awesome. Speaking about coaches, I love my favorite play of the weekend. I'm skipping ahead. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
I'll hold that one. I'll hold that one for the last.
Don't be scared.
I'll do this one instead. If you know me, you know I despise Tennessee football. It goes back to when I was a kid with Donovan McNabb. Horrible call, pass interference. I despise the Volunteers in every sport because it's been burned into me as a child.
That's fair.
I have never in my life, in 32 years, ever wagered on Tennessee. That's how good I feel about Tennessee this week against Kentucky. Tennessee, I saw the line sitting anywhere between about a point. It's been dancing between a hook, even, pick 'em. It's all over the place with this Kentucky-Tennessee game. Tennessee's finally got a quarterback. Remember, Tennessee, and this is perfect, it comes off the Schiano thing. That's why I want to do it here. He almost was the coach at Tennessee, Schiano, before the fans freaked out about stuff that really didn't happen.
Right.
They just made up stuff about Penn State that wasn't real. But if he had gone to Tennessee, Joe Burrow was coming with him. That's the rumor, is that Burrow would have been a Volunteer rather than a Tiger. How different the world could have been. They got a quarterback in Hooker who's really good. Kentucky just doesn't have the best offense in this game. If you see a team like Kentucky ranked getting only a point, it doesn't make sense. Tennessee's the play. I cannot believe it. I'm taking the Volunteers in a game in college football.
All right. Our football on the nose show has decided to pipe in. Yes, meeting up with a bunch of people, including Ben Flynn, super fan and TikTok creator with 11,000 followers. Way to just shill your show. You didn't add anything to this show. You legitimately just shilled your show. You didn't add anything. I let you have that one. You get one. You know I love big totals. I like big totals. I cannot lie. You talk about Wake, North Carolina. I like Wake in that game, which is fun, but I love over 77. I think it's going to be like a 45-42 game. Give me over 77, Wake Forest and North Carolina. Just points. Track meet. Wake Forest, against Army? They scored like 1,000,000 points in 3 seconds. Do it again. Let's go again. Give me over 77, Wake and North Carolina. That's my final college play.
More points.
Yes.
Yes. Here's the game I like the best. Baylor, TCU. Gary Patterson is a legend at TCU. Made the team from a mid-major program to a team that at one point with Andy Dalton finished second in the country. No, they didn't play for the national championship. They played in games like the Rose Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl. And now because they weren't good enough now, even though he built the program up to being where they are, they fired him. You wonder if a story's going to come out about Patterson that something else happened in the program. But this is now the real world in college football, where if your coach leaves the guy
it's the real world.
If he's the guy who recruited you, nobody wants to be there. Everybody can leave. They'll be like, peace, see ya. I don't care about this anymore. I'm out. That's what I think happens for TCU. They don't want to be there anymore. And because of that, Baylor, who has something to play for, a potential Big 12 championship and a big berth in a huge bowl game, they are going to smash TCU. I love the Baylor Bears in that matchup in a Big 12 game. Oh, Levack, what is that?
It's green. It's clearly got vegetables or something in it.
Ooh.
It's not good. It's not good.
You know what? While you're drinking that, and before we get to some of the
I'm
comments,
not drinking that.
I want to give love to
But it is more proof. Yeah, it's more proof that Maddie will put anything in her mouth.
Get that Panera away from me. Those people were trying to hug me there at the store the other day.
Right. But that's one more way to Maddie's heart.
What?
Some random ass green thing from Panera.
Putting things in my mouth.
Also putting things in her mouth. By the way, these mics are like designed to not pick up noise off the mic, which sucks because she has said some shit.
I actually really should have my own podcast. 'Cause I
You should.
fucking witty.
Have you heard of Godzilla Media? You could have your own podcast. Think about it.
What the fuck is that?
But-
What's your
Oh
thing?
my god.
I don't know
Wait.
what that is.
I'm going to do the show with her. We're calling it 2.5 implants.
Are you looking for a warm home this winter? Johnstone Supply in Troy is your place. Yes, now that it's
Troy.
November and it's getting colder and colder, you got to find a way to heat up your home.
They call it Movember because of the such.
Whether it's finding a new furnace or updating your furnace, air filters, just making sure your home's okay. All your HVAC needs.
Is your home
John-
okay?
Johnstone Supply in Troy has been helping the capital region for decades. Now they can help you.
They'll help you.
Give them a call today at 518-272-5922.
518-272. 5922.
518-272.
Not the tutu that Goz wears. 518 272
5922.
5922.
Hopefully you got that number. Yes, call them today. Ask for our guy, Kev, James. Maybe George is hanging out. Hopefully
It's
his knee's doing well.
2021. Google Johnstone Supply, you fucking loser.
Or ask for Tom. Tom, our guy with the
The
mustache.
Such.
6th Avenue in Troy. You will see this man. He looks like the Virginia Cooler. We say that because it's true.
He's full of love and knowledge about helping you with your house at Johnstone Supply.
What more do we have to do to you to get your house
What
heated
more?
properly?
We're heating your
Johnstone's
house.
Johnstone Supply in Troy. Your spot,
In a
6th
world.
Avenue.
In a world where people's houses are cold, there's Johnstone Supply. Bye, we miss you. We love you. Best of luck. Hate her. Oh, sorry. Just kidding. I love
Proud
her.
sponsors of Godzilla
Proud
Media,
sponsor.
Levack and Goz.
Johnstone Supply. Sometimes I get a boner talking about them. By the way, they totally signed up with Goz, not me. All right.
Levack, I have a comment here on Twitter, but I don't know if you
All
want
right,
to
well,
deal
go
with
ahead,
it. I
give
don't
me,
think-
give me.
I feel like you don't.
What?
What
Is it? What is it? Say it. Just say this one. Just do it. Just do it.
Well,
Don't be scared.
you've recently blocked somebody on Twitter, and now that
Really?
person is contacting me to put some points across. Do you want to even touch that, or you want me to just
I don't
move
care
on?
if you want to talk about it. You
There-
brought it up.
there's
We
a
got to
per-
do it now. Levack and Goz live on Tech East Fire and Water Restoration Facebook page, as well as the Godzilla Media YouTube page and Goz's Twitter, because Goz likes Goz.
Daryl wrote in to my
Douchebag.
Twitter trying to reach out to Levack. Said, "You Albany football, how they doing? I think their defense might be a problem, or is this the problem? One or the other."
This guy, you want to talk about somebody who just needs attention. Like, he has no friends, obviously. Just a sack of crap. I blocked him because I'm on social media to have fun. So anybody who pisses me off, I just block him. I gave him so many opportunities to not be a sack of shit, but he is. He's just and I have met 3 people who know him, and not a single person likes him. These are people he's like, yeah, we think he's friends. I just don't like the guy. I don't. So why would I not block him? He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's just a big mouth. He talks shit online because he's too much of a pussy to say it to my face. So I blocked him because I'm the kind of guy that if he walked in here right now, I'd slap the shit out of him and wake up in handcuffs. That's who I am. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not normally that guy, but that guy is a douchebag. That's what he is. He's just a douche.
So I shouldn't
He
have brought
doesn't
it up.
watch games. He doesn't watch games. He reads box scores. So when you tell him that somebody played good defense in a game because the stats don't add up to what he thinks he's got something to fucking say. He's a douche. Never liked him. I'd already blocked him on every other platform. I let him hang around on Twitter because I felt sorry for him. Fuck him. Dude, I'm at Hooters on Wolf Road. We're here for another 37 minutes. Fucking roll by. Talk shit in person. I'll give you a microphone. You fucking loser. What a douche. Seriously, once a show I say fuck somebody, fuck that guy. That's who. Sorry, everybody who's eating dinner. Apologize.
Ugh.
What a loser. What a loser.
Please.
He can't let go of the fact that I blocked him. He wants to tell me how much I don't know, but he can't handle the fact that I blocked him.
So
I
please,
forgot about him.
So please, if you get blocked by Levack, do not contact me. I'm
No,
not gonna
bring it.
respond.
But you know how hard it is to get blocked by me on Twitter?
I know.
You got to be a royal sack of shit. You've got to be like a hemorrhoid with a fucking cavity. Like, that's what you've got to be for me to block you on Twitter. You've got to be a stripper with a monkey that fights a child. That's what you've got to be. You've got to be a strip club that has live farm animals inside of it. Like, for me to block you on Twitter. Like, Facebook, I'll block you kind of easy. Instagram's for my family. I don't fuck around with Instagram. You mess around, you're out quick in Instagram. But Twitter is like open to everybody. This guy's so obnoxious, so stupid, so dumb, thinks he knows everything. Eat a bullet, motherfucker. I'm sorry. Like, I'm done with him. I can't stand that guy. I can't.
All right, so let's
put some salt and pepper on it first. I don't care. Cancel me. I'm okay with it. I've been drinking bourbon. I don't
Let's
care.
do this then before you rage, before you start smashing things. Here
Before? You didn't think that was? Okay, all right. Good.
I didn't know the spark.
There's another level?
I thought I just had a little lighter. It's going to be a little spark. Turn
No,
into
the
a
guy's
flame.
just a loser.
All right,
He's just a loser.
Let's talk about Odell. Let's talk
36 minutes, douchebag.
Let's talk about Odell.
Hooters Wolf Road, UFC 268 tomorrow. No violence except for on the televisions.
Let's talk about Odell Beckham Jr. Odell Beckham Jr. is a former New York Giant.
Speaking of losers, actually, I love OBJ.
What? No. You saw that. He's trying to do that to get me to melt down like he just melted down.
I didn't melt down.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to just set up the story so you can cool off a little bit. Odell Beckham
I can't believe no one
Jr.
commented. I was a great rant, and no one comments. That's like, screw it. Between football and no shilling for their show and D-bag fucking B-launch or whatever the fuck his name is. Come on. I've dropped more F-bombs than I have all year.
Odell Beckham Jr.
I'm going to ride home, by the way.
No longer a part of the Cleveland Browns after his nonsense of the tape coming out about how open he was on all these plays. Odell cut, currently going through waivers. We could get by on the Odell Beckham story, I think, here with Aaron Rodgers as well. We'll get to him in a second. I know some people are curious about Aaron Rodgers and how that whole thing went down. But let's sit on Odell Beckham Jr. first. What do you make of the Browns? And a New York team is not going to go after him, right? The Jets, the Bills, and especially not the Giants.
So the one thing that I think you do have to take into account, right? Cleveland reworked his contract to make him more attractive to other teams. So they at least, like, they could have just released him and, like, F off, whatever. They did work with them a little bit. So I think they are taking a little bit of blame in the way this relationship worked out. Not a lot, but a little bit. I have always said, clearly more worried about being famous than he is about being good at football. He is somebody who is extremely famous for a catch and a loss, like all these things. I don't think he's a wide receiver number one. But if you put him on a team where he's a wide receiver 2 or 3, and you make a point to get him the ball a couple of times, he's going to make you some plays, right? I mean, he's not as bad as he was in Cleveland, but he's not as good as he was in New York.
I'm so done with Odell.
Well, that's fine.
Look, how often have you and I talked about Odell over the last 5 years? And for whatever reason, I think it was just Giant fan getting pissed off where it's like, Odell's actually good, guys.
I hate him for the Giants.
Yeah, look, it didn't work. Like, that's amazing to think about this, that our pal Chris Trapasso over at CBS Sports, he used to cover the Bills, now he's their NFL draft guy. He tweeted out today, he said, can you believe after all these years and all this hype that the Giant Brown Odell Beckham Jr. trade is truly a wash? It really is.
Oh, I think the Giants won.
Well, think about this. Yeah, the Giants got Dexter Lawrence and Jabril Peppers. They got rid of Odell Beckham Jr.'s contract. There's a player who's like a 3rd, 4th rounder who you wouldn't even probably know off the top of your head. But the Giants never got better. Think about this stat. The Giants from that trade had the worst record of any NFL team post that trade. Now, the Browns won a playoff game, but the Browns won that playoff game without Odell Beckham Jr. So for me, it's a wash. You think it's the Giants because they got the money off the books. That's fair enough.
I love Jabril Peppers, and I just don't think we've seen everything he can be yet. And he didn't belong. He just didn't belong. If he buys in 100%, Tom Coughlin's that coach for another 2 years. They're a playoff team. He just didn't belong in New York. It was a bad thing.
No, and at this point, you mentioned like some of the stats of what he is as a wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3. He has not been good, Odell Beckham Jr. Statistically, since 2016, 5 years it's been since Odell Beckham Jr. has actually been good. Think about this. Back in 2016, you could argue Odell Beckham Jr. is a 5 to 6 top wide receiver in the NFL. Here's who else was in that mix of that year. T.Y. Hilton, who's had a nice career. It's probably over for T.Y. Thanks for coming. You're probably shorter than most of the Hooters waitresses here, but you had a nice career. Jordy Nelson, who is no longer in the NFL. And Julio Jones, who's having the worst year of his career healthy. And maybe Julio gets better now that Derrick Henry's hurt. But those guys are basically retired, done, and over. Odell Beckham Jr. has been good in 5 years. Big Bad Bob Tunyon has had more touchdowns over the course of, 28 to 30 games than Odell Beckham Jr. I don't know who's going to pick him up. Like, Seattle could be talked about. Miami could be talked about.
Oh,
I don't know. Who, they're gonna
well,
let
he's
him go
got
for
clear waivers, so that
Exactly right.
he can't sign next week. If it was this week, how great it would be if he signed with the Raiders right before they went to MetLife. Like, oh my God, I've been predicting to be a Raider for how many years now? At least 3.
Do you want him?
We need somebody, right? For way bigger reasons than football. We need somebody. So OBJ or Deshaun Jackson. Jesus Christ. Yes, please, another beer.
I'm good.
God's driving me home in this clown car. The Raiders need somebody for obvious bigger than football reasons. They need somebody who can blow the top off a defense. There's 2 guys out there right now that you shouldn't be able to get a hold of. The 36-year-old Deshaun Jackson and the, what is he, 29 today? Odell Beckham Jr. His birthday is today, by the way. You're crapping on a man on his birthday. I just put that out there.
Odell Beckham Jr. crapping on his birthday.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. Happy birthday, OBJ. You. I think based on what's going on with the Raiders and the fact that I looked over, here's the beauty of the Raiders, right? I know we're getting our picks really quick. The beauty of the Raiders right now is you look over that roster. The reason they're still good is they're finally Derek Carr's team. Rodney Hudson, one of the best centers in all of football, you know, all these guys that were on this team, all these really great players that were on that team, all these big personalities that were on this team, pulling away from who the leader was. And maybe that's against Derek Carr that he couldn't take the leadership from them. But maybe that's a plus for Gruden, all the guys in the front office, Mike Mayock, whoever, where they looked around and went, sure, our offensive line is going to grow. It's not going to be as good as it was. This is going to happen. That's going to get rid of these guys, and we're going to have a leader. Derek Carr said everything right this season. In a year where everything's gone wrong, way bigger than football, he said everything right. Is he big enough to take a guy like OBJ and get him to dial in all the way through the year? That's the only question. If he's the kind of leader who can go to an OBJ and be like, I understand that people didn't love you and this, that, and the other thing, and I'll get you to football when you're open. Shut your fucking mouth. And it works? Bring him on. Bring him on.
You wonder if Carr post Antonio Brown can do it. It's a really good question. It's really interesting. Your Raiders will find out probably within the next week or so what happens with Odell Beckham Jr., if it's waivers, if it's the contract. Like we mentioned, the Browns free work some stuff. Curious to see what happens with Odell Beckham Jr. Before we get to our picks, I just want to get to 2 things. One other thing about Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers potentially, because of the COVID-19 non-vaccinated situation. If you missed the quote, he said he was immunized. He used some random term to describe what he was. Now there's reports coming out that Aaron Rodgers said he was worried about becoming sterile if he had taken the vaccine and everything else. Jordan Love's going to get the start. We'll break down the game in a second, but what do you make of Rodgers lying to the media? The line, by the way, was already the Chiefs' favorite. Maybe somebody out of the sportsbook already knew, but what do we make of the Aaron Rodgers stuff now, days removed from him? We know now, not starting for the Packers.
I have 2 issues with the Aaron Rodgers thing, right? My first issue is on a personal level, right? I am vaccinated. Okay. I'll just say that right now. However, laws say I don't have to tell you that. Like, I don't have to tell you that. Everybody's mad at him because he didn't tell them that. He said he was immunized. They're mad about that. The law says I don't have to. Aaron Rodgers may be a nut job, but he does not have to tell you that. So people pissed off that he's not telling that, that's on you. I don't care. That's not my problem. Jara, the beautiful Jara. She likes to keep a little mystery with the mask. That's what it is. There it is. Oh my God, she's so beautiful. She is. She's a model. She's a great person too, by the way. She actually dates MMA fighter?
Whoa.
She does, or at least she used to. I don't know if she still does.
Find out on Instagram.
Oh well, hell, I'm gonna find out about 20 minutes. So that's my one problem. My other problem is this as big a story if the Henry Ruggs situation isn't going on?
What do you mean?
Bear with me. There is nobody better at manipulating the media than the NFL. The 4:30 news dump, the this, that, and the other thing. This is what they do. How in the world? And I'm a Raiders fan, and I liked Henry Ruggs. I think Henry Ruggs made a terrible decision. I love what Derek Carr said. Derek Carr handled it perfectly. How in the world are we more upset about a guy not being vaccinated than a dude with a loaded handgun, 2 times the legal limit, doing 150 plus miles per hour, 127 miles per hour, when he hits a car and a woman and her dog burn to death? Like, I don't want to get too real. But how in the world are we more upset about Aaron Rodgers, who doesn't care that he has COVID, then a dude killed somebody.
Here's what it is, and it's a sad behind the scenes, behind the curtain thing with sports media and sports talk and everything else, is that the Ruggs situation is a one-sided thing. No idiot, unless they're truly just going to be a troll, is going to argue what Henry Ruggs did was the smart decision. Right, like Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl will.
But that's
Daryl has become the name for trolls on the show, by the way.
Okay, but because of Aaron Rodgers, there are people who believe you should and should not be vaccinated, and it's a polarizing issue in science. Okay. People can do what they want. But because of that, that becomes polarized. And I think what's happened here with Aaron Rodgers, too, even to add to that, that's the reason why. That people knew they would get reactions out of the Rodgers thing because of how people feel about it. But there are some people who treated Aaron Rodgers with kid gloves and didn't really want to criticize him. Now, some would say it's a race thing. Like, why is Kyrie getting criticized and can't play to Aaron Rodgers? Okay, that's a New York thing.
Yeah, it's Wisconsin versus New York. Right.
But let's just say three really popular media personalities, right? Tony Kornheiser. Tony Kornheiser and Rodgers hated each other for years because Kornheiser used to criticize Monday Night Football. They made up. Kornheiser calls him his favorite athlete now.
Do you know that I think about Tony Kornheiser to last longer in bed?
I don't know if you do this with Dan Levitard, but Dan Levitard, same thing.
I fucking hate him too.
Levitard,
I hate that motherfucker.
Levitard wants Rodgers.
No, actually,
Rodgers wants to be like the smartest guy in the room, and Levitard loves the non-football stuff, so he loves him. He's hit him with kid gloves. And Pat McAfee has him on a show every single week. So Rodgers is manipulate might be the strong term if you don't like Rodgers, but Rodgers is very media savvy in the sense of he built all these relationships and all these people didn't want to rip their friend. So that's another part of it where like people didn't want to go after Rodgers because he's got these great media ties across the country.
I love where your head's at, and that's why I think you should be working in the front office of the NFL. The bottom line is this. You know why the story goes away? Because the NFL doesn't want us talking about the fact that 22-year-olds should not be millionaires in Las Vegas. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And I'm Las Vegas fan, can't wait to go to the Big Al. Can't wait. Bart Scott, can't wait. But we should be more upset about what happened in Las Vegas than what happened in Green Bay. We should. We really, really should. What happened in Las Vegas should be talked about. I tried so hard to keep it as a sports conversation in my head. I saw the girl's face today. I saw a picture of her and her dog who died in that car. We should be talking about that.
Yeah.
We should be talking about why are the rookie symposiums not the same as they used to be? Why isn't there a guy like Herm Edwards and standing in front of the rookie symposium saying, don't hit send, do this, don't do that, don't do the other thing? Because you know why? Why we're not talking about it? Because the NFL and the media are really smart. And they went, but aren't you really mad about this? Like when you like squeak a ball for your dog or when you jingle something shiny for your kid, we all did it. Instead of worrying about the fact that a 22-year-old was doing 150 plus with a loaded gun, drunk off his freaking ass, and killed a woman who made, dear God, I pray that she wasn't even like awake because whatever. We should be way more worried about that. Way more worried about it. But we're not, because a guy made a choice and we're pissed about it. I'm sorry. The NFL is really smart. Really, really smart. And that's why we are talking about the wrong thing. Levack and Goz, 104.5 the team.
Nope.
The wrong thing. Don't worry. You only saw that if you're live. He'll cut that out.
I'll cut that out.
He'll cut that out.
And I know that
it was Joey's fault.
It is. Let's give love before we do NFL
right,
picks. Levack.
Hold on. I'll give love to Cam.
Yeah.
Our boy Cam just had his 20th birthday.
Happy birthday, Cam.
Not here because his brother had a varsity football game against Gilderland. Good luck. Good luck. On Levack and Goz, Techies, Fire and Water.
Red Sea. Shout out to the Red Sea, one of the best cheering sections across upstate New York. Awesome Red Sea stuff there. Super Bowl weekend
I'm
is
so
next
pissed off.
weekend.
I was dialed in. I'm sorry.
No, it's such a great take. You just wanted to punch it home. That's all right.
I did. I'm so used to that. That's the out. The jingle out. You run. You get out. You go to the commercials.
How about our friend?
And we're not on radio. Like, we should be on everything. I could not swear for a couple hours. We should be on TV.
Levack, if you want to invest your time wherever it might be, can invest your money.
Where?
Jared Lozier, Northeastern Insurance.
Great hair.
Love that. Jared does not have hair, although he'll show up to your meeting with the toupee if you want him to. That's what he'll do for you.
For you.
Jared, Jaredl
Where's Firecrotch?
at nemail.com. Jared Lozier, Northeastern Insurance. You want to talk about maybe you're going to hit a huge parlay with our picks here coming up. You need somewhere to invest that money, how to do it, where to move it. Jared's going to help you with that. 2022 is on the way. What are you going to do to make sure you're ready to go for the next year? Whether it's something that's protecting your home, your car, whatever it might be, your business. If you're a business owner, Jared wants to help you through the process of protecting the things that matter the most to you. Northeastern Insurance. Jared's our guy. Levack and I hang out with him. We want to. Some of these insurance guys are annoying. They press you and everything. You want to spend time with somebody you like, and Jared is one of those guys. We're so happy we have him. 518-956-3753. 518-956-3753. And again, that email,
You know why I like
Jared.
him? Hold on, before you give Jared's email. I like Jared because Jared knows what Jared is. You can go have a good time talking to Jared. You're in the middle of talking to him about all these things, and you just want to go, Jared, why don't you have hair? Whatever it is. He will joke with you. He'll have a good time with you. Jared's a good dude. He's a good dude. He's good. I hit him square in the grundle with a golf club, and we're still very good friends.
That's how you connect with Jared right now. You say
hit him in the grundle.
You say, hey, were you the guy that Levack hit in the nuts right there?
The grundle.
In the grundle. Excuse me.
Grundle.
In the grundle.
It's a family show.
Club, JAREDL at anymail.com. I swear that will make his day if you just send him that email right now. Just
It would, actually.
Levack Grundle ? Make his day. That's all it takes to start off the
As a matter of fact, please, if you send that to anyone, I want to see a screenshot of what their reply is. Levack Goz live at Hooters. UFC 268 is going to be here tomorrow night. You can watch it full free. Great food, beautiful women, always a great time here. Probably the biggest UFC card of the year, probably the biggest UFC card of years. Madison Square Garden, going to be crazy. Going to be absolutely insane. Part of me really wishes I had the bankroll to go down to the city, watch it, stay, and then hit MetLife on Sunday for Raiders Giants. I don't, though. I don't have that bankroll. I don't. Mike from Tech East almost did it, but he decided to buy an entire football team. We'll talk about that at some point. If you want, I can do it now.
Yeah, you just set it up. Yeah, I like that.
Should I do it? I mean, is it wrong?
I think you should not do it. Personally, I think
don't
you should
do
hold
it.
that off for Tuesday.
Here's what I'll do. I just got a message from Ryan on Facebook. There is a former member of the Albany Empire who posted something extremely cryptic and weird. What I can tell you is that the Albany Empire is in the best hands it has ever been in. We are in the best situation we have ever been in as fans. And if I'm lying, I will step down as team president. I am telling you right now, a person who truly cares about this team beyond all else is doing everything he can to make sure it is the best experience for you it can possibly be for as long as it possibly be. At great personal sacrifice. But he's in, and he's got it. And I'll give you the full details as soon as I can. Probably Tuesday.
Tuesday is a nice tease for the next podcast.
Tuesday, I will tell you exactly what's going on in Albany Empire Land. We've been a little quiet for a reason. We have signed some of the best players in all of football, not just arena football. If you go to our Albany Empire NAL, you will see them all, albanyempirenal.com. You'll see we've signed a ton of players. We are going to be awesome this year. It is going to be a big year. Ironman football, there's more announcements coming. Might be teams joining the league. Probably shouldn't say that, just did. But the Empire is in. I always said I was the Emperor. I might be able to introduce you to the Emperor next Tuesday.
Whoa.
Might be able to do that. All right, let's talk about this the NFL stuff because I got to pee really bad. All right, so decent week from both of us last week. We're getting live at Hooters, UFC 268.
Do you want to pee right now? And I'll just plug some Godzilla Media podcast because this is going to be about probably a 10-15 minute segment here. You got to hold that in.
You. I don't give a
How
piss.
bad do you have to pee?
Well, now I have to because we're talking about it.
So Levack is going to pee, and while he's doing that, I've never done this as a tease. This is how great this is. Levack is going to get ready to go. We're going to do our NFL picks. This gives you a great opportunity to promote Godzilla Media podcast. Right now, if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, just search Godzilla Media, Gozilla Media, and look for what you want. You're a fantasy football fan? There's a fantasy football podcast. You want to talk some pop culture, some movies, some television shows? Trav and Rigney for you. How about some media professionals? M Across the Board podcast. Sean Martin, Eric McDowell, Ashley Miller. They got you covered. Maybe you're somebody who just loves the New York Giants. Back in the New York groove. Lindsay White's hosting for you, giving you all that info. How about the releases in the WWE? Keith Lee, Eva Marie, Nia Jax, Karrion Kross, Scarlett, and more. We got a loaded show coming up on our wrestling show. White Heat, Brian Katie, JJ gives you all that information. We've already mentioned Sports with the Zenity. I can run through all of them. I know people are going to criticize me for not mentioning their podcast. That's fine. No credentials required. Ryan McCarthy, all those great people, doing great things. Episodes out right now. So if you ever want to be a part of Godzilla Media, GOZ at GodzillaMedia.com. That's a spot for you. You want to launch a podcast? You want to be a part of us? You want to join us at Hooters? Hell, you saw it today, right? Joey Haas joined us. Gurkha joined us. Anybody can be a part of the show. Simple and easy as that. G-O-Z. Goz at gozofthemedia.com. And look at that. That is how you time up a read right there as Levack is back.
Which shows we got? What are we talking about?
All of them.
All of them. They all suck. All right. So even this one's kind of bad today. All right. So here we go. If it wasn't for Green Bay, I would have had a really, really bad week last
We did
week.
it. Both over 500 for a week. Yeah.
I only focus on my locks. I really do. Like, I realize this. I'm in two pick 'em pools. One with the spread and one without, and I'm getting my ass handed to me in both. But my locks have been pretty solid. Like, especially if I tell you go big. Like I told you go big, Green Bay. Even with Devontae Adams and everybody else, they're going to beat Arizona. I went big enough on that. 1-800-GAMBLER. Be responsible. That I was good for the rest of the week. However, 8-6-1. I'll take it. 1-3 of my locks does not make me happy. It's just what sucks about that is as big as I went on Green Bay, I then said, all right, I have this much to spend on my other 3 locks, and I lost them.
Even though you went 1-3 on your locks, it's better than 0-4.
Yeah, that sucks, buddy. That sucks. But you lost one less game than me. You're 8-5-1 because you didn't pick the Thursday game.
That's right.
So would you have picked Green Bay, you think, or would you pick Arizona? Truth. I mean, it doesn't matter now, but truth.
I probably would have taken Green Bay. I probably would have, but I would not have felt confident. I probably wouldn't have.
You're a filthy liar. You're a dirty, dirty liar. All right, time for our NFL picks, and then I gotta eat some wings, and then God's gonna drive me home. So we are live here at Hooters. UFC 268 is going to be here for you, and of course, amazing food, amazing beer, and even more amazing women here at the Hoots. NFL picks. Let's go with the 1:00 games. Guys, Houston at Miami. Miami is a -5.5 point favorite, 46.5 point total. I personally am waiting to see 100% if Tyrod Taylor is going to be the guy. If Taylor's the guy, I'll take that 5.5 points as fast as I can because it's going to come down to about 3, 4.5. Taylor makes Houston legit. Not legit, but yeah.
See, you said that magic number, like 3.5, 4.5.
Yeah.
You and I used to play this game, and we still kind of do, of guess the line.
Yes.
So I played that when the lines came out. Jimmy Shapiro, still got to get you back in his email list. And Houston, Miami, I was the furthest away from.
Okay.
I thought this was going to be like a 3-point game, a little closer with Miami. You said 6.5 is the number now?
5.5.
5.5?
46.5 is the total.
Even with that being said, it's a little bit higher than I thought it was going to be. So because of that, I will take the Miami Dolphins.
I'm going to take the Houston Texans for sure. I'm in. I'm going to do it. I think Taylor's going to play. He's an NFL quarterback. He has the worst luck in the world, but I'll Houston. I realize I can't waffle because you have to go back and listen to this and give us a record. So Houston. All right, guys, this one you're up first. Denver Broncos at Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys are laying 10 points. It's a 49.5 point total. Who you like?
I used to love betting the Cowboys until last week when I was so on the Minnesota Vikings and they looked so terrible. 10 points is a lot.
It is a lot of points.
But Denver just lost Von Miller. It feels like the right play to go with Dallas. And Dak Prescott, question mark. That's why I run away from this game if you can. We're going to probably get a game time decision to get on Prescott. I'm allowed to change my pick on Sunday, but I'm not allowed to change it here. Dallas is the play, but if you hit me with a tweet on Sunday, I might change it. Dallas here on a Friday is my pick.
How about the 8-0? How about the 8-0 Dallas Cowboys against the spread? You got to you with Denver and the under until it didn't happen.
Yeah.
That's me with Dallas now. Dallas Cowboys. I'm rolling with the Dallas Cowboys. I'm rolling with the boys.
Oh, their fans suck.
Their fans suck, but they're 8-0 against the spread. Give me the Cowboys -10. That's my play there. Matty here to help out live at Hooters on Wolf Road. You got the Minnesota Vikings at the Baltimore Ravens. A lot of purple in this game. Ravens are -6, total of 49.5. Something really bothers me about Minnesota this year. They might be schizophrenic. They might have a problem. They could need some kind of medication. Give me the Ravens. I'll take the 6. I'll lay the 6. I'll lay it out there.
I'm joining you with the Ravens because of what I just said about Minnesota, where they're supposed to be better. They're just not playing better. Maybe Mike Zimmer, who's a really good coach, the players aren't responding to him like they thought they were going to. Dalvin Cook is not having the season we thought. Kirk Cousins is a dork, who's their quarterback.
Why is everyone
Baltimore,
a
Lamar
dork?
Jackson. Just him. He's weird. He's just dancing around in videos.
Did he go trick-or-treating before dark?
I don't know.
No, you know he is. He's a nerd. He's a nerd. And just in case you found us by now, on the Techies Fire and Water Restoration Facebook page, Godzilla Me at YouTube, or Goz's Twitter, because again, Goz loves Goz. The janitor, how you feel about your Vikings now? How you feel about Captain Kirk Cousins now? How you feeling? Probably not good. New England Patriots -3.5 at Carolina, total of 41. Gozzy Bear.
I've been trying to get everybody's read on this game. I asked Joey about his Panthers, what he thought.
You really don't know this game?
I feel
like this is an easy one. I'm locking this bitch down.
Go ahead. You go first then.
I'm taking New England. The Patriots -3.5. It's a short plane ride to Carolina. The starting quarterback, Sam Darnold, has concussion issues, may or may not play, right? Last time he played Belichick, didn't he see ghosts? Right? So I'm either getting a guy who sees ghosts and might actually see ghosts because of a concussion, or a guy who couldn't beat that guy out for the starting quarterback job. I'll take the mad genius, Mac Jones, the Pats. I'll lay the 3.5. I'm locking it. It's a lock.
Ooh, I liked New England last week. You liked New England last week against the Chargers.
That felt good. I should have kept that as a lock.
The problem with the Panthers, and I've said this probably for the last month, is that every time a line comes out for Carolina, I feel like it stinks and it makes no sense. A few weeks ago, it's the Giants. It felt weird. The Atlanta line felt weird. This one's another one where it feels like New England should be like a 7 or an 8 or a 9-point favorite.
I feel weird because Maddie sat next to me.
I'm taking Carolina. I cannot believe I'm taking the Panthers, but this game is slowly, and again, I'm going to say this one more time. It feels like the week of wait as long as you can to place a bet, because there's so many things with PJ Walker that could happen, and maybe Sam Darnold ends up being healthy, which it looks unlikely now on a Friday. I'm going Carolina.
I feel like Levack's was more convincing.
All right.
What was your record last week?
8-5-1.
No, I mean like what you bet.
Oh, 0-8.
Was this during your
right?
lock?
Yes, I forgot. I forgot.
Right,
Yes. So I'm definitely taking Levack's side.
Buffalo is laying 14.5 points. They're at Jacksonville. It's a total of 48.5. This is such a big number. I really want to take. I really want to take Jacksonville. I think there's really good players on Jacksonville, but I feel like Buffalo has been hearing crap about not winning by enough last week. I'm going to lay the 14.5 if I have to with Buffalo. If I do, if I was going to Rivers, 1-800-GAMBLER, I would drop a small number on this, but I'll take Buffalo. I'll lay the 14.5. I think they win by 21, maybe 25 points.
Lock it in, baby.
Did I tell you I have?
You're in. Maddie's getting called.
When I come back, I'm going to tell you I picked my favorite football team. Finally, after 7 years of working here.
It's the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, I already told you.
No, I just guessed.
Bills, lock it in. What do we like to talk about? Survivor plays. If you've got those available like I do, I like the Bills this week. 14.5 is not enough. Urban Meyer, they quit on him. They hate him. I like how you set that up too. I feel like Jacksonville has good players, but they're not good, and I don't like them.
Right.
Buffalo, lock it in.
Can you imagine when they get a good coach? Oh, it's gonna be crazy. When they go out, when they get Bill O'Brien in Jacksonville, and they have a real GM, and Bill O'Brien's not making like personnel decision, it's gonna be insane. All right, Cleveland. The Browns are at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's laying 2.5, total of 47. Gozzy Bear, who you got in the battle of just crappy freaking colored teams?
So this game, Cleveland with the headlines of Odell Beckham Jr. You said this to me, Levack, for 2 years, and I'm going to use your theory against you. Usually you like doing that against me, but I'm doing this against you. You told me, you said, maybe Baker Mayfield is actually a better quarterback without Odell Beckham Jr. because that's here is nonsense. You just have to look for him on every play. Because of people thinking the Browns are worse with Odell Beckham Jr. and the public money likely going to Cleveland, I don't care. Or excuse me, public money going to Cincinnati. I like Cleveland. People are going to bet against the Browns. This is the Browns. They don't have to deal with Odell. It actually helps the team. I can't believe in 2021 I'm saying that. I like Cleveland in this game.
Browns need this game. They need it. But Cincinnati knows that they have been embarrassed. The Jets beat you. The Jets. Not the Boomer Esiason, Joe Namath, not even the Chad Pennington Jets. The Mike White Jets. Like Eastern Western Kentucky's star quarterback is in the Hall of freaking Fame. His jersey's Mike White's in the Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Famer.
His shit is in the Hall of Fame. Cincinnati's going to roll. They are going to roll. Go Tigers. Go Tigers. I
Lock it?
Joe Burrow. I'm not locking it, but I'm close. Like, this is, if you liked my Patriots pick last week that I didn't make a lock, but I almost made a lock, you like Joe Burrow this week and the Bengals.
As we call it, the door's closed, but it's not locked.
Right. This is when I'm betting, but I'm not making a lock. If that helps,
Yes.
if that helps at all. The Las Vegas Raiders are -3 at the New York Football Giants with a total of 46.5. I will tell you right now, I will be at this game. I have confirmed that I will see Rob Blum.
Oh, tell him I said hello. I love that man.
I have confirmed that Jordan Rodon will blow me off, but has said he will try to say hi to me. And that many other of our New York insiders have said, yeah, I'll say hi. I know they're not going to, but I made the effort. So F them when they don't. Guys, Raiders -3 at Giants, total 46.5. I'll be on hand. Who you got?
This
In a Carhartt, by the way. Sorry.
This is going to be the best game of the 1 o'clock window, so you're going to
Ooh.
enjoy it. This would be the ultimate game of the week I would pass on because it feels spot on. I feel like your Raiders are going to win on a late second field goal. So because of that, I think this is going to be our push of the week. I will take the Raiders just because maybe they're better. That's as simple as that. I wish I could say like the Giants. I feel like I'm a Giant hater this season, but I'm not. This is going to be a great game. Here's the key. The Raiders better not turn over the football because if this is a 2, 3, 4 turnover game for Las Vegas, they're done. New York can beat them. Late second kick wins it. Best game of the 1 o'clock window. I'll take the Raiders. Probably going to be a push.
I'm going to bet the Raiders. I can't go see a Raiders game and not bet the Raiders, right? However, Raiders historically are not great at MetLife. Saquon might actually play. And
He actually just got rolled out over your head.
he did? Oh,
Within
just
like
happened?
10 seconds ago, right over your shoulder. Look at that.
Here's the thing, though. If they play the same defense, the Giants being that they played against, Kansas State and everything, where, look, we're going to give you the whole field until you get inside the 20. I'm not sure what happens with the Raiders. I don't know how healthy Darren Waller is, but I will tell you this. If they do that, Third and Renfro going to get busy. He's going to get busy. I'm not going to bet big on it because I feel like my heart's in it, but I can see a lot of reasons why the Giants will keep this thing really, really close. I'll take the Raiders. I'll lay the 3, but I'm scared. Nation, let's go. Atlanta Falcons at New Orleans Saints, -6.5. The Saints, 42 is the total. Atlanta should be a team that should be all over Odell Beckham Jr., all over him. But New Orleans, Taysom Hill's healthy. I think it's a low-scoring game. I think it's a low, like 42 is a great total. I think it could actually pin 42. Maybe 38-42 is the total. I'll take this. I'll take the Saints, though. I'll lay the 6.5. I think they win by maybe 12.
Not only is this a lock for me,
Uh-oh.
it is my favorite play of the weekend. So that's how high it is. I love the Falcons in this game. Again,
Really?
you and I have talked about this for weeks. Divisional games, it's usually a 3-point swing for the home team in either way. This was another game that jumped out to me and thought, okay, New Orleans is playing with a backup quarterback. No more Jameis Winston. Travis Seaman, a.k.a. Trevor Siemian, is quarterbacking.
You know what? You've been saying this so much. I heard it, knew exactly who you meant, and was not ready to correct you. Travis Seaman. That's the guy.
That's it.
That's the guy.
Atlanta in a divisional game. Matt Ryan and those guys, fine, good enough against Carolina. But this game for Atlanta is one they're supposed to win. This would be a fun bet to play Atlanta for a money line. Atlanta keeps it within 6, maybe even beats New Orleans with too much inconsistency at quarterback. They just got to slow down Kamara. I like Atlanta to cover. My favorite play of the weekend.
And we are officially the longest podcast we've done. All right, here we go. 4 o'clock window. We're going to the Philadelphia. The Los Angeles Chargers laying 1.5 at Philadelphia, total of 50. Not a lock, but I do love the over of. Actually, let me look at my locks real quick. I might have to add it.
Ooh,
I'm adding it.
lock.
I'm adding it.
All right.
Over 50. Over 50. Over 50 is a lock. I'm going to write it down right now. Over 50 is a lock. Chargers are the better team, but Philadelphia is freaking scrappy. Like Eagles fans, I know you don't love what you're seeing right now, but you're a scrappy freaking team. And when teams don't realize how good you are, they get bitch slapped. Chargers lose this game. I'll take the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll take the +1.5, but my lock is over 50.
One more week, Philly. I'm going to hate on you one more week. I want one more week of meltdowns, one more week of craziness. I bet the Lions straight up last week to end the defeated streak for Detroit. One more week to prove it to me, Philly. I'm going to take the Chargers in this game, but if you play well, I'll start talking differently about Philly.
All right. I'm locking down the 4 o'clock window now. Now that I have that, Green Bay at Kansas City. Kansas City's minus a touchdown. -7, total of 48. Lock in the Love era. Let the love in. Let the love happen. Green Bay +7. Jordan Love took all the snaps in the preseason. This is a long week. You played a Thursday night game. You've had plenty of time to prepare yourself. I have to believe, as good as Aaron Rodgers is, there's people in that organization who think he's a bitch and wish he would shut the fuck up. And then they're going to get a chance to prove it this week. On top of all of that, one more little thing. If Aaron Rodgers can win a football game with no wide receivers, and I'm getting Devontae Adams back, can Jordan Love win a game with wide receivers? Why not? Why not? Aaron Jones, Green Bay Packers, +7. Kansas City's going to blow up at some point this week. It ain't going to be this week. I'll call you later. I don't know. You just walk by and give me the call sign.
You love the Packers, Levack. The last time this happened.
Lock it in.
We did Bills-Titans, I believe. No, Bills-Chiefs over. One of those we had the same lock together, and it missed. It was a Titan game, Bills-Titans. I'm with you as a lock for this game.
Oh, I'm going to change my mind.
I know, right? Now,
I'm gonna change my
but here's
mind.
the problem, though. I feel, and maybe you feel differently about this,
I feel with my hands.
I'm praying this gets to 7.5. It feels so much better at 7.5 than 7, and there's a really good chance it's going to get to 7.5 by Sunday. Hope it's not 6.5. I'm with you on Green Bay. Ton of the reasons you just said, and from the moment this line opened, it was Kansas City favored when Rodgers was scheduled to be the quarterback. Didn't make sense then. This is about Jordan Love. You know this. I told you my first legal college football wager I ever did was Utah State Wake on a Friday night. I told you this kid loves a good quarterback, and it comes back 2 years later, cashing in with the Packers.
If LaFleur's smart, he's not going to let his ego get in the way of this and put too much on Love. Just let him win. Just win the game. Jones.
Let him win.
Just run the ball. Run the fucking ball. Arizona Cardinals at the San Francisco 49ers. Niners -2. Total of 45. Arizona is this year's Pittsburgh. Niners -2. Lock it in. Niners win this game. For the better team.
Man.
Better coach, better team.
I am going back and forth on this game. I'm leaning towards Arizona. And yesterday, Arizona was a pick-em. Kyler Murray's status is now up in the air. We're getting some late reports here that something might be up with Murray. He's likely going to play, but
He's short. That's what's up with him. He's very short.
Not 100% Kyler Murray.
He's not 100% tall enough to be on bumper cars.
I'm taking Arizona because I already placed a wager on Arizona earlier this week through my dad and I did a parlay together, and he liked Arizona. So I can't turn on him now on a Friday afternoon, Friday evening.
TG2, love you.
I'll tell you.
Bad bet. Bad bet.
If I could go back and change the bet, I'd go to San Francisco. It's too late now. I'm already pot committed. I'm going to Arizona, and I hate that pick by me now.
I'm going to take an extra lock.
Wow.
I'm going to take an extra lock. I'm going to lock one more.
Want.
I have tried to talk myself out of betting the Rams ever since Tennessee beat the Colts last week. I've tried to talk myself out of it. The Los Angeles Rams are -7.5, total of 57 as they host the Tennessee Titans. Who's the better football team? Who's the better quarterback? Who's the better all-around organization? Why in the world would you talk yourself out of it? Rams. Lock. 5th lock. 5 locks. I'm lock crazy. 5 locks. Give me the Rams. I'll lay a touchdown. I'll lay 9 points with the Rams.
If you want, please. Maybe Levack and I will buy you a beer if this happens. Levack has the Rams as a lock, and he also has the Packers as a lock. I also have the Rams and Packers as a lock. So
all right, I'm going to take it back.
If you want to flip and bet Titans and Chiefs and cash a ticket, because Levack and I both had the locks the other way, I will personally buy you a beer if you decide to place that bet. Hit me up on Twitter, whatever it is.
So
again, for the second time, for the same thinking you are, this is all about the Rams. They have far more issues than the Titans without Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, as crazy as it sounds, I've said this for the last 2 weeks, is almost underrated. Significantly the best running back in the NFL, and it still hasn't been talked about that. It might be a market thing with Tennessee, whatever it is. Totally with you. This is, again, about Sean McVay and the Rams, locking it in with the Rams.
What time does Johnstone Supply close in Troy?
I thought 5.
5?
Yeah, I thought 5.
Is that plenty of time for the coach to get a little buzzed up?
No.
Tom McGrath, Titans pulling off the upset. AP all day.
Oh, no.
Listen, I'll tell you this right now. What he does not know about football, the man knows about, first of all, ladders. Bought a ladder when we were there. Love my ladder. I'm a big dude. I'm not getting on any, like, regular ladder. Like,
you're not a Hardy boy? You're not a Dudley boy?
No. Like, when I get on a ladder, I got to, like, I step on the first rung. And if it goes, I'm like, peace, I'm out. No, somebody else going up. Like, I got first rung. Second rung. Third rung. Did what I need to do. Got back down. My man, Johnson Supply. Tom, you know ladders. You know filters. You know tools. You don't know shit about football because the Titans are going to get run. Sorry, I love you very much, though. All love. Monday Night Football, Chicago Bears at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers minus 6.5, total of 39.
Here's what I'd rather do for you on Monday Night Football. Go watch Secession or Dexter coming back this weekend on Monday night and catch up on that instead of watching this Monday Night Football game. Catch up on Dexter and everything else. I guess I'll take Pittsburgh. I don't know if I'm taking the Bears all year. I'm take the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'll root for the Bears this week. I will root for the Bears this week. Steelers are going to win this game. They're win this game handily. Maybe 10. I'm not going to lock it, but 6.5, not enough. Bears are not good. They might be good next year. Nagy Fields could pull something off. Khalil Mack should have jumped ship, come to Vegas. Ngakoue, Mack, handled business. Didn't do it. Stuck in Chicago. Poor guy. All right, Levack and Goz live at Hooters. I want to take a second to remind you that UFC 268 is here at Hooters. That's where you watch it. Get here early, get some food, bring a bunch of friends. I just want to point one thing out. If you're the water and soda guy who doesn't eat and just watch for free, tip heavy, do the right thing. Maddie's boobs don't pay for themselves. Do
you want to recap your locks before we sign off?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, sure. You want all five? Give
me all five.
Give me the Patriots minus 3.5. Give me the Packers plus a touchdown. Give me the Niners minus 2. Philly over 50. And then finally the Rams minus 7.5. I would say if you're betting responsibly, you're going to Rivers, you're doing it responsibly. If you're like me, maybe you got like $138 in your account right now. These are $20 to $30 wagers. $20 to $30. 20. That's it. Don't go crazy. Don't be putting $100 in each one of these. Now, if you got $600 in your account, go crazy. Put $100 on each. $120.
My new theory: pick good teams in the Falcons. I'm taking the Packers. I'm taking the Bills. I'm taking the Falcons, and I'm taking the Rams. So those are my plays for the locks.
Very good. I don't like that we agree. We're going to eat a little more food here at Hooters. Love if you guys come by, say hello. Don't forget UFC 268 here at Hoots. Wings Day is Wednesday. Great special wings and fries. Always great draft specials when the football's on the TVs. Really, really, really want to thank Cindy Martin. She is our new sponsor. She is the realtor to talk to. Cynthia Martin at howardhanna.com is the email. I'm going to give her your cell phone. I'm not going to play around. 518-932-5558. She's my friend. I trust her very much. And when I do sell my house, she's going to sell it. I want to thank Johnstone Supply. I want to thank Mohawk Honda. I want to thank Integrated Sleep. I want to thank Techie's Fire and Water Restoration. I want to thank the Albany Empire, who ain't going nowhere. I've got messages during the show. One of them called me Mr. Capital Region Sports. Love you, Ryan. You're a good dude. We're good. We're here. We're happening. It's going to be a thing.
I want to thank you, Levack.
Oh, I want to thank you guys for absolutely nothing.
Do you want to thank Tom Gurka or Joey?
I do want to thank Girk for a half full bottle. Fucking loser. Couldn't give me a full bottle for all we've done for him.
Enjoy the weekend.
I want to thank Football on the Know for shilling their show during our show.
Adding nothing to the show.
Added nothing. Didn't even give us an opinion. Just shilled their show. They're going to be in the parking lot?
Allegedly.
I'm going to wait till I see them with their dead eyes. They're like sharks. That's what they are. I want to thank Maddie for her boobs, and everybody. And, of course, Ricky for having a badass, like, friggin' Thunderdome haircut all of a sudden. Look at him. He's over here.
Scary.
Look at him. He's over here.
Don't hurt us.
All right. Everybody have a great one. Back on Tuesday, Techies Tuesday. Promising you some big Empire news on Tuesday. Also promising you some big farts because I'm going to fart in that room in Goz's.
I don't want to go there.
It's too late. It's too late. You coughed last week. I fart this week.
Oh, no.
All right, man. Everybody, thanks for hanging out. Sorry if I got a little out of control tonight. There was bourbon. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. But Yankees Steelers, freaking awesome. Really good stuff. Peace out, everybody. Have a great one. Good luck to all your football teams. Unless you're a Giants fan, then screw you.